What's going on, everybody? I guess that light might be a little too bright, but we'll make it work. Uh, I just wanted to come in here and talk about relocating yourself when it's time to move. When you're about to move, or if you are purchasing land or you're purchasing a home somewhere else, this is a part that people don't really talk about is that transition. It's way different than you would think. It's different than something you will see on TV. How you doing, Felicia Brown? It's more kind of like it's more like a nightmare. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I'm not looking forward to this part of the game. Hey, Ina. Hey, Natural. What's that? How you doing, Tamika? Derek. She is Sunshine. How you doing, little sister? Hey, Freya. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Run. What's up, Q Dub? Legion 354. What's up, Gina? Tawana. Ant 4 Barbecue in the House. Silver Run. Belinda. Garden Thrive Life. Cali Homesteading with Pooh Bear. What's up? There you go. There you go. I got you, Pooh Bear. Newlywed Trucker Homestead. How you doing, sister? Say lead hard work will pay off soon. Yeah, you know I know. What's up, Earl? Angie, finished the race. Hobby Hobbit, Rwanda, Supernova, Rover. How you doing, Robert Williams? Garden Thrive. I thought I'd be up here by myself. Y'all up here with me. How y'all doing tonight? Listen, I got a mission that I have to take care of tonight. And I know, let me see. Now you got the community in us. Listen at you, She is Sunshine. And it was so good to meet you, She is Sunshine. I'm not kidding. I wish you put your face on that thumbnail, like I was telling uh um Soil Sister. Y'all need to put y'all faces on them thumbnails so people can see y'all beautiful faces and know who they talking to instead of that cartoon thumbnail. Hey, little green patch, say you with me, huh? So this is what we're doing. I am starting a series. I never start series. I don't like saying the word because I can't stick to them like people want me to do. I shouldn't even put that word in my title. I might even change it. But I'm going to try my best to stick to this series of taking you with me through this ordeal, which is, hey, Rest Haven, how you doing? Which is, I am going to be literally taking almost everything from Easley Acres or Easley Island and taking it to Freedom Acres. I look out here, and before I get started, I look out here and I just see all the work I've done. I see all of the maturity from a lot of my trees that haven't been taken down. Like I'm looking right now at a pomegranate tree that I grew from being this big in a little orange big box store pot, little orange one. Y'all know what that is. I had two of them. Here's one behind me. This is it. Now remember, I'm gonna stand up. I'm up. I'm 3 feet high on a back porch, on my back porch, and it's still 4 feet taller than me. Where this one, this one here is just beyond. It's past my rooftop. This is a pomegranate tree, and now it's blooming like crazy, right? It's blooms. Let me show you up close. It's blooms all over it, even more than last year after the frost. It's blooms all up and down every branch. Every branch is loaded. I could do that all day. It'll take me all night to show you all of the blooms. But my point is this: when I look at this tree, I just look at what all it's been through, how long I've had it, where I got it from. When you look at your garden, you think of that stuff, right? What you've done to it, when did it fail, how many times it got caught by the late frost, and what parts died on it. And now it's a whole, they just a couple of whole trees. I got a Bartlett pear tree over here that's about 20 feet tall. I could go on and on with that. But the thing is, hell, pecan trees 20 feet tall, full of cattails, full of blooms ready to turn into pecans. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, I'm gonna dig a lot of this stuff up, dig up a lot of these trees, and then I'm gonna do a lot of air layers on a lot of these trees, because if I can't take the whole tree with me, I have to take these genetics with me. So you're gonna see me grafting, and you're gonna see me doing air layers like you have never seen before in all of my YouTube history. I'm gonna take a sample of everything off of this land. So I gotta relocate the chicken coops. I gotta relocate all of my equipment. I have to relocate all the trees, all the citrus, Lemon Lane, take Lemon Lane out and take it out to Freedom Acres, all the beehives. So tonight I was gonna do a short live of people been asking me, are you gonna take the bees? How are you gonna take the bees? What's going on, Be Rich? Thank you, brother. Man, it's always good to see you, man. Thank you for that, Be Rich. So it's gonna be rough. I'm not gonna pretend that my feelings ain't a little hurt, cause they are. I know that everything is going to a better place, but at the same time, it's like that part of you knowing how much work you put into something, you pretty much gotta start over, because you're not going to be able to take a tree like this, not without some kind of serious cost. I could have this tree removed, but it'll cost a fortune. So what I'm going to be doing with this one, my lemon tree Lillian, and a couple of other ones out here, you literally have to chop this thing in half. Like, I'm going to try to air layer as many pieces as I can, because now that I'm on almost 10 acres, I'm going to be able to put pomegranate trees everywhere. They don't have to be right here at my back porch. I could put them all around every acre of this land. I got about 8 different varieties of pomegranates. I got about 5 or 6 different varieties of apples, 5 or 6 varieties of pears, lemons, so on and so forth. But now everything does not have to be only where the soil is good. I'm gonna be able to put it in real orchards like I intended to do when I moved here, because the soil is so good at Freedom Acres that I don't have to. Everybody wonders why my trees are everywhere, like spread out, so sparse, right? They're like that because that's where good soil is. You put a tree where it wants to be. You put a plant where it wants to be. You don't just plant. Your tree is going to tell you, I don't like it here. It's going to fail and start failing, and you're going to dig it up and move it. You're going to start realizing it don't like this kind of soil, but it really loves this kind of soil. Thing about Freedom Acres, all of that soil, all of it, especially where I plan to put the orchard and the garden. The soil, it used to be the woods, so all of that compost, that composted soil over probably hundreds of probably thousands of years, because that land, even though it's cleared, somebody cleared it, and that's it. Nobody ever lived on our land. So that's gonna be a little weird. So tonight y'all gonna see me do something and prepare one of my beehives. First, I'm gonna take questions because I really ain't feeling it tonight. I really ain't, but I know I have to do it. Any questions so far? Hey, Reba Patterson. Um, it's yeah, I guess you could say it's virgin land pretty much, because all they did was clear it and pull up the stumps before we bought it, years before we bought it. Hey, TLC in the garden. Hey, TX Lala. Hey, Grammy Midwife. I was just watching you work your bees before I came out here. Matter of fact, you was one of the reasons I was like, let me get my butt out here and stop sitting around. I know I gotta go do it. How you doing, Kay Lee? Learning to grow my own. What's going on? Say, looking forward to seeing your progress on the new land. Congratulations. Thank you for that. Thank you. And by the way, I sent you guys, I showed you guys why move now. Why not, Robert? Why not? For instance, that's like the question. That's like the question of saying, if you was making, if you was making $10 an hour, and then somebody offered you $40 an hour, why get a bonus now? Why would you want to get a promotion now? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how that is. Like, why wouldn't you? Why live on land you don't own? This is why. How do your children feel about the move? They don't have to feel any kind of way. Number one, they're grown and gone. Number one. Number two, even if they were babies, they don't have a say so in the betterment of their lives while I'm in charge. Angie Seaway, thank you for that. Say, did you like the info on the geothermal greenhouse to help you with growing mango tree? I don't even know what you're talking about. What information? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to you making a serious move. Now, let me back up. Let me start over. Let me start over. I know this is 2023 and people do things different, and everybody feel like their feelings is important and stuff. You I emailed you information. Angie, I didn't get it. I get thousands of emails every day. I probably didn't see it. I promise you that. I'm sorry about that. I try to go through those. It's impossible for one man to literally go through thousands of emails every day. So, as a man, I'm an old school man. I'm old school. My kids ain't got a whole bunch of input to put on me making sure they're safe. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a vote. I'm the father, I'm the husband. When it come down to it, they're going to ask me, what should we do? When it's time for me to make a serious decision for the betterment and the fulfillment of my entire family, I'm the man of the house. So it don't matter what when we moved to South Carolina, they didn't like it, but they were only like 13 and 12 and stuff like that, right? And they didn't like it. Now I have a chef, I have a certified mechanic, a married a married certified mechanic, and I took him from his so-called little girlfriend there. They don't know nothing at that age. They don't know that I'm doing the best for them. Because if we would have stayed in that city, one of us probably wouldn't even be here no more with all the violence that was going on. You gotta so I don't think about that. I don't think about that. And if they don't end up getting it in time, that's something they got to work out with God. Because as a old school real man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man, as the leader of the house, king of my castle. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do that God told me to do for my family. I know how stuff is done now, where everybody taking little family votes. Yeah, nah, not here. Now, if I ask for input and I ask for a family vote, then we gonna family vote. But when it all boils down and it comes down to it, I'm the last say so, and I know what's right for my family. These days, everybody got an opinion on what this family should be doing, and then they wonder why their family go wrong. Nah, that's why. Because if you ain't got a strong head, a strong lead to the house, and he can't figure out, make up his mind, you got a problem right out the gate. Now, say, I wish it was more mans out here. God will lead the man, and the family shall follow. Amen. See, that's me. I'm going in order. When we move, our children move. There you go. There you go. Savannah Air Gunner said, Led, can I give you all the free help you need in one move? I can give you all the free help you need in one move. I wonder how you could do that. Will you do a controlled burn? I have to do one on my property. It will put lots of fertilizer on the ground to control ticks. No, no, I won't. Hey, Gigi Homestead. Grace daughter said, hey, he saw you, Soil Sister, asked the question. No, I didn't see what. Where's Soil Sister at? Our kids were very angry. Gigi Natural said our kids were very angry when we moved. When we decided to move, they got over it. They get over it real quick. They get new friends, new girlfriends, new boyfriends, and it's and they don't have to worry about getting shot at. They have to get over it. They don't even realize it's better for them until it's better for them. Mama, I asked my family to pool our resources together to buy a family compound, especially to leave the grand something when we're gone. No one responded. Shaking my head, I'll make the move myself. That's what you're gonna have to do. Thank you for that, all the thing. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Hey, growing with Hussin. Um, I'm gonna have to get my iPad because I can't keep up. Let me see. Any tips on repel rattlers? I have certain. Nope, you're gonna have to Google that one. I don't know how to repel rattlers. If you're talking about rattlesnakes, I got one way, but I can't speak about it on here, and it'd be okay. Soil Sister, hey sister, said I asked if you need an electric fence around your bees. We have the bears. No, no, I don't think so. I'ma hope not. Let's just. I'ma hope not, Soil Sister. I hope not. It was so good meeting you. Um, that's right, Hobby Hobbit. Let the grown folk be grown folk. My responsibility is lady led. Lady leds is the children. That's how it works. Um, thank you, talking truth to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, and somebody said, who just said that they saw their first bear in Texas, East Texas. The way the weather is doing, we're starting to see things that we don't normally see. You know, like alligators now in South Carolina, you don't see me out there by the water no more. It's a reason for that. You don't see me out there by that water no more because we just had a report last fall. It's an alligator. They found an alligator not too long, far from me. And I live on the water. So, um, no, they ain't. I got some collard greens. I got some cabbage. I got some Brussels sprouts over here. Thank you, Jack McCarthy. Thank you for that. Say good luck with the new homestead. Amen. Thank you for that. I appreciate. Hey, Tino, what's going on? Uh, Miss Linda, New Orleans Garden House. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jack McCarthy. I just wanted to come in on that. And you know, some people wanted to get me started on the who owns land thing. I'm not gonna do that with them. Say thank you for taking me out of the cornfields. I was claiming the queen of corn. I figured that out too, and I'm telling you, I keep telling you, put your face on there because it's a whole bunch of you in the cornfield with your same thumbnail too, with your same thumbnail. Hey, Born to Grow TV, seen your last few videos and been dying to ask you about the land you've been posting. Did you sell and move to the new place? Nope, I'm at home right now. I'm at home right now. What's your advice on a 26-year-old selling their first property? This was my first home owning. I wouldn't even know where to start because I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it. I have no idea. I can't give you advice that I don't know your situation. And I wouldn't ask that advice. I wouldn't ask that question online anyway. Because you're gonna get a whole bunch of people telling you a whole bunch of nonsense and they don't even know your situation. Say I need at least 10 acres for my horse's homestead. That's what I can handle. Okay, okay. Now thank you, Katina Brooks. Thank you for that. Because how many people saw the drone video earlier? I knew it wasn't gonna get many views. I did that for a certain number of people. How many people saw the drone video? The reason I did that video is to show you when you're looking for land. That video actually is over an hour long, and I just took just a little piece of it out just to show you how much easier it is to survey land before you go. Listen, when you're looking for land, you got to go in there. Y'all saw that land? Um, what was that? Um, what's up, Eco? What's going on, man? Before you go going through that land, putting on your doggone snake boots and gearing up to go in there, because don't go in there without your bug out bag. Don't go in there without no machete. Don't go in there without something on your hip. Don't go in there with little cute little socks on. Don't go in there with no little shoes, tennis shoes on. You need some mud boots, snake boots, a machete, couple of pocket knives. You need rope. Go in there like you are Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, like you're not coming out. Go in there thinking that you're going to get stuck. Go in there thinking, go in that raw land or go on that land like you're definitely going to get stuck. Because you might. You got to go in there and be ready for war. And when somebody happen to see you in that land, and you will see that backpack on my back, machete in one hand, and a Glock Waller in the other one, and everybody, when I come out onto the road, they be looking at me like, oh my God. If you go in there on that land, you better be ready to defend yourself, to save yourself. You better be ready to get yourself from being tangled up, stuck in the briar patches, the vines. You better be ready. You better be ready to cut your way out of there, or make something sharp, You just gotta be ready. Now, what the drone did, hey Andale, how you doing? What the drone did was make it so I can see all of those wet, swampy spots before I even go in there. Let me see. Power Chair says buying land is not like, what was that? Buying land is not like ordering a value meal from McDonald's. Ask questions, does it flood? And you know what? They might not even tell you if it flood. That's why sending that drone up. The video is so long, you didn't get a chance to see me drop down into the trees right over that mud spot, right over that swampy area. You didn't get a chance to see me drop down in the trees and just fly through the trees because my drone has sensors on it so it won't crash. So every time it got too close to something, it'll stop like this and back up. So while I'm flying through the trees and looking down at the swamp, I'm seeing everything I need to see. Like, okay, if I go to that side of the land, closer to the road, that's all swamp. There's no dry ground, and it hadn't rained for weeks, so I know that's over there holding water. Dub said, always ask the flood zone and the flood zone information. Correct. But see, here in South Carolina, man, it'll be months before you get flood information, before you get any information. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes you kind of gotta jump on some property because it's going fast. It's going fast, right? Plus, you can get access to a flood report in the area. Can't remember what it's called offhand. Yes, you're right. But in certain states like mine, all that stuff ain't right on hand. And I ain't gonna lie, I live here. These people ain't professional. They ain't professional at all. So when you run into, you need real information right now, you'll get Maybelline on the phone and she be like, now let me see what I did with my notes. Oh, now you looking for the last perk test on the property. I'm trying to see if this is a real conversation. This ain't me playing. Okay, you trying to say when it had the last perk test, and now you trying to see if it had a septic tank on the record and a well on the record, because that stuff is on the record. Let me see. I'm gonna have to call you back because it's about lunchtime right about now. And, I can't find nobody with my paperwork. Why is stuff so important on papers? Why is it papers? Why Miss Maybelline ain't the name is a joke, but the conversation is real, okay? Why is Miss Maybelline looking for paperwork and information this important? She's looking for papers, not in the computer, not no software she need to pull up, not no information on the computer. She is listening. She is looking for actual papers on her desk, not in a filing cabinet, not in a file. So I'm kind of like, I want to be like, are you serious? So you cannot count on the professionalism and the organization of certain cities and certain states. When I first moved to South Carolina, I worked at a hospital here, and when I left Ohio, we were doing charting on the computer. I don't know how many medical professionals I got in the house today. When I left Ohio, we were doing charting on computers. I have never did charting on papers since I was in nursing school, right? So right out of nursing school, as soon as you get into a facility, even my first facility was a nursing home. That was on a computer. From the nursing home was the ER. That was on a computer. So from there, I moved to South Carolina and they gave me a freaking clipboard. I said, what am I supposed to do with this? That's how we did charting. And any of my nursing friends that's watching me right now they know I ain't lying. We were charting on paper, and it was right before I stopped nursing, before we got computers, and they was janky as hell. So So we would have your chart, and I'm writing on your chart, right? Now, if you end up having a bowel movement or explosive diarrhea, forgive me for the language, but it's the truth. If something happened like that, or you started coding and I threw that clipboard so I can beat on your chest, or something like that, and work on you, and that clipboard went somewhere and now it's laying in a pool of urine, it's laying in a pool of blood, those are your records. So every city and every state and every township is not organized properly where you can just pull something up on a computer and all of the records for the last 100 years pop up. People is looking under their Big Mac and their fries looking for the information for your land. So sometimes you gotta be your own researcher. You have to do the research yourself. I mean it. I mean it. Or who just said that? Mejan said, yes, I remember paper charting. Well, that's not an old thing here. It's fairly new. Computer is fairly new here in South Carolina. So, you have to do most of the footwork yourself when it comes to purchasing a home, purchasing land. You got to do that footwork yourself, a lot of it. I'm talking about me and Lady Led sit on our computers in the morning drinking coffee. Like, babe, look at this land. All right, look at this land. Look at this over here. We showing each other land, and then we turn around and, all right, let's start doing research on it. Find out all. It's almost like trying to catch a criminal. I'm not kidding. Looking for land and getting information on that land in South Carolina is like looking for a criminal, a fugitive of the law, we're going to call it. Because you have to start, what did they call on the crime shows? Turning over every rock. You literally have to do that research yourself. I'm talking about knocking on doors of the neighbors, asking the neighbors questions. I'm not kidding. Like, when is the last time it flooded over here? Oh man, about shoot. What was it? Yeah, honey, what time? What was that? 2012? We had that horrible flood. Yeah, this house is new. They had to rebuild this house. Man, it almost washed away from us. That's real business. What's up, J3GS Farms? What's going on, brother? It was good to meet you, man. I still ain't getting no honey, though. I know they kind of pulled me from side to side, but I still want to holler at you about that honey. Um, Email me, Dale, email me because I'm not quite sure what you mean. Say, we were lucky enough to get mineral right with our land. You should have got all rights with your land. Super Farm. If the previous owners are available, it is very helpful. Yes, if they can tell you if anything is large buried. We found all kinds of tractor amendments under one of the gardens. I can't even tell you. Somebody said mineral rights. Yep, Dubs, you got to know what all your rights is. You don't, just because you own the land don't mean you own the rights to the minerals. For instance, you could own the land, and if you strike oil on the land, that don't mean it's yours. Somebody else might own those rights to your land. Um, how much farther over top of your land do you own? It should be all of it. To outer space. You need to own all the rights to your land. Because I promise you, just because you bought the land don't mean nothing. If you strike gold on that land, somebody else got those mineral rights and come in there and be billionaires and you broke. You got a mortgage payment you got to pay. And you sitting and they sitting here, come in and bring all the tractor equipment and mine all that gold and oil off your land while you sitting there scratching your head like water rights, all of that. One other thing, make sure your deed includes the easements and drives. Yes, yes, very true. Or you can't get it because there's a piece of land that I know that I'm working on right now. It's landlocked. And you want to know how it's landlocked? It's on the back of my property and can't nobody get to it. So I'm working on buying that. No, nobody can get the way it is. There is no easement that can get to it. You can't even get an easement to this perfect 2 acre square. You can't even get it. You couldn't. So I'm just gonna get it. That way I ain't gotta have no easement. I can get to it from my own road. They would actually have to come to my house to get to that. I'm like, that ain't about to happen. So this is what we're working on right now. Literally moving everything. Everything you see on my land, I'm taking with me. Do I have any questions? Because I'm really procrastinating. I don't really want to do this, but y'all about to see something real crazy in a minute. That I literally got on my pajamas right now. Um, and I don't feel like going out here. And it's about to be it's a full moon, I believe. Any questions? Okay. If we ain't got no questions, why am I moving? That's a good question. How can we help you lay a packing party? No, you can't help me with this one unless you this packing party is bring a shovel. um and I'm not moving right now. This move is so big, you want to start this a year early. You want to start this early. You want to start this like now. So you're supposed to build your garden up first on your land, right? So that's what I've been working on. You're literally going to see me pull up trees from here and start my garden and my orchard at our land before our house is even built. Before our house is even built, I'm working on the garden right now. That's why I keep going. I got to drive all the way to the land just to come all the way back. So, oh, and somebody said, why am I moving? Do your current do your current neighbors know you are a prepper? I don't care what they know. I don't ask them no questions. I don't ask them anything. They don't ask me. That's one of the reasons I'm moving. I ain't got no neighbors. That I ain't got to be worried about what other people think or know about me or nothing. The only thing people know about me at Freedom Acres is the owls and the hawks and the eagles and the butterflies. I ain't got to worry about this dude. You see this house behind me? Look up there. He could be staring at me. I ain't got to worry about him being able to hear me. Them people, these people, they barking dog, they bright lights. I don't have to worry about that. That's one of the reasons I'm moving. The other reason I'm moving, and I don't think anybody understands that kind of peace. I don't think nobody understands, especially people these days. I spoke about that fairly recently. I feel you, but what is chickens? Um, I don't know what that even means. I'm taking everything, Katrina. I'm taking everything. Now, you ask me, why am I leaving? That's a good question. I want to answer that right now for everybody that's watching. I'm moving. We're moving. Thank you, Chan Robinson. I appreciate you, brother. Said, Led, is there a house on the land already? Or are you building a new house? I'm building a new house, but there is a structure on the land, and we do have our RV on the land. So that's where we stay when we're there. Now, this is why we're moving. This is a whole nother video that I was gonna work on, but I want to get into it now. I might have to change this whole. No, I'm not. This is gonna end up probably being a little longer video because I got to get these bees up. Hey, just Dorsha. Sorry to photobomb y'all video. This is why we're moving. What if I told you, okay, because I'm not going to do the bee video tonight. Tonight, I'm going to record the bee video so I can show you me transport the bee video. I'm not going to do that live. I want to answer this question because it's very important. It's very important that I answer this question. I'm turning this way so the light can hit me a little better. Okay. Why am I moving? Why are we moving as a family? I got one son and he's about to move out, right? I got one son left in the house. My oldest daughter and my oldest son is been moved out. Why are we moving? This is why we're moving. What if I told you that you could retire right now? What if I told you you don't have to wait till you're 65? You don't have to wait till you're 70 years old to retire. What if I told you that? I don't care how old you are right now. What if I told you there's a way to beat the system and you don't have to worry, you don't have to retire, wait till you're 59, 65 to get your golden Buckeye card, half your teeth done fell out, you got bad discs in your back, you got hip replacements, knee replacements. What if I told you you do not have to wait until you can go get a free meal at Denny's every morning before you can retire? When I say retire, I mean literally owe nobody except for whatever bills you make for yourself. That's your own business. Somebody said, tell me how. Who said that? Maureen said, tell me how. Get rid of everything you owe. Everything you owe. Everything you owe. And this the part that's going to hurt you. Most people can't do that. You can't do it. Most people are not going to part with their junk. Hey, Essie. What's up, Queen Essie? I ain't see you, but I see Gigi's talking to you. What's up, ZE? Most people will not part with their junk. They won't part with their fancy clothing. They won't part with their extra jewelry. They won't part with all of these sentimental garbage just cluttering up your house. You won't do it. You won't do it. You won't part with your fancy car. You won't part with all your fancy stuff. You won't do it. You won't part with all that crap you got in the garage. You won't part with all that stuff you got in storage. You will not do it. I'm guaranteeing you, I'm telling you something I know, and I don't even know you. I don't even know you. But if you're anything like me, you're a human. And I promise you, we're so hell-bent on collecting garbage that that's what keeps holding us back. Listen how this works. You go to work every day to buy stuff, not necessities. You go to work to buy stuff because a necessity is you don't have to have a 3 or 4 bedroom home. You don't need that. You go to work every day to buy stuff. You do not need 2 automobiles in your house. You go to work to buy stuff. You do not need a motorcycle or 2 motorcycles. You go to work to buy stuff every day. Now, you see something somebody else got. Somebody else got on a little jingly ring. You want one. You go to work to buy more stuff. So once your house is full of stuff, you want even more stuff. You want better stuff. You want bigger stuff. So you know what you do? You work overtime. So you work yourself to death for stuff. And when you die, your whole family take all your stuff divvy it out to one another. The rest goes to the goodwill. So you killed yourself for stuff. You lived for stuff because it's in our head that we need more stuff. Okay, so you want to, with me saying all that, everybody's like, okay, Led, we get it. But how do we end up retiring? Get rid of all of that crap. Sell every bit of it. The motorcycles, the cars. You don't need this Mercedes. You could be just fine in a Kia. You don't need all of this fancy crap. You do not need 5 bracelets. You do not need 5 necklaces. Thank you, motivation. Thank you, brother. You don't need all of this stuff. I always say this, and I will say this probably till I'm blue in the face, on the movie Bad Santa, when the dude had the thing pointing at him about to blow his brains out. You know what he said? He said, I understand you want to kill me because I ain't crap. I get it. But what do you need with all of this stuff? Most profound moment in the whole movie. The movie was crazy, but that was real. He said, I get it, you want to kill me. I get it. I ain't crap. I'm a piece of crap. I get you want to kill me. Just answer me one thing before you pull the trigger. What do you need with all of this stuff? Can you answer me that? Right? Now it was a question for everybody, right? We don't need this stuff. We don't need, listen, it's me and my wife and my baby boy in a 5-bedroom house. She turned 1 bedroom into an office. I turned another bedroom into an office. I got stuff going on in the kitchen. Man, for what? For what? So if you want to retire early, this is how you do it. Get rid of all of your debt. Get rid of everything you do not need. Get rid of all of the crap out of your life. Cleanse your life. You can almost baptize yourself out of junk. You know, you go into the baptismal pool to cleanse your spirit, to cleanse your soul. You want to know what get, and you come out of that pool and you feeling like, Lord, I ain't gonna never do bad no more. I'm changing my life from here on out. You feel the same way after a yard sale. You feel the same way after dropping that crap off at the Goodwill. Like you've been baptized, like you've been born again. Like you've been born again. When you drop all that garbage off, you done rented a whole U-Haul, and you drop all that crap off at the Goodwill, you feel like you've been baptized by the Spirit. When you, after a yard sale, garage sale, and everybody took everything, even that little bike that was your son, your baby boy bike ever since he was 3 and now he 18, get rid of it. Just snatch all the, at the end of the garage sale, snatch all the tags off the prices you had on it and set it to the curb like free stuff. Free stuff. Clean your life out. Sell all that stuff. Put whatever money that you just had and put it away for your future. Watch how much lighter and easier it is to move around to get to that next level of your own freedom. Number 2, buy you some land and buy you a shed or a camper or a canvas tent and put that on. Buy one of them damn containers, them moving containers, shipping containers. Put it on your land. Oh, nobody nothing. See, everybody don't want to be caught looking like they're broke. Don't nobody want to be caught looking like they're not well-to-do or well taken care of or manicured. But you don't realize we done made, see how I just said we just trained each other to want more stuff? We did that to one another. You know what? You can also train each other. Like, people don't know you rich Rich is not how much money you got. Rich is how much money that you don't need. That's rich. See, you could call this dude rich with the money phone, right? You call him rich. He's actually broke. Listen, he's actually broke because all it'll take is one person to knock him over the head and take that money phone and his chain, and now me and him is on the same playing field again. Rich is when you don't owe nobody jack because can't nobody take that from you. When you don't owe nobody no money, can't nobody take that from you. And you know what? You will look at the dude with the money phone and the gold chain and the diamond on the bottom. You will look at him. Or the dude stepping out the Mercedes, you will look at him and think he got more money than me. I'm going to tell you one thing he does have more than me. He does have more debt. He also does have more people wanting to rob him. They look at me in this ratty old shirt and be like, not that dude, not that dude. They see me get off one of these electric bikes, not him, not him, that dude. Because being rich ain't how much you got, how much money you got. Being rich is actually how much you do not need. I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm richer than any entertainer. I'm about to be richer than any entertainer in the business. Once I sell this, I'm gonna be the richest man, richer than any entertainer you know. Because I won't owe a soul. I won't owe nobody nothing. Right. That's another thing. My mental, I don't gotta be worried. Here's the thing. When you own land and you own that little shipping container or your tent or your camper or your little single wide, whatever you put on that land, see, this stuff don't cost no money. We waste that kind of money like to buy a single wide or even a double wide or to buy a shipping container or to buy a tent or to buy a shed to a tiny home. We waste that money on shoes. The money that we're talking about buying a dwelling, you'll waste that on shoes in 1 year. A lot of people waste it on a purse in 1 year. A couple purses or a closet full of shoes, you'll waste that in 1 year. I promise you. Or most of us fellas, you'll waste that on a set of rims. You'll waste the price. I priced a shed. I cannot remember how long it was. Please don't quote me. I want to say it was 20 feet wide by 40 feet long, something like that. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But it was $12,000. So I'm looking at myself like, $12,000? And you could have a whole house. $12,000. For $12,000, you will have a dwelling. You get a couple solar panels. Say you spend another $1,000. That's $13,000. $13,000 will give you a house with power. You buy a couple tarps and a couple 55-gallon drums. Now you got water. You pay $300 to get you a Berkey. Now you can filter the water and boil the water. So all in all, let's just say 20 grand. You got a dwelling, water, and power. You pooping in a bucket. Everybody thinking right now, like, I can't live like that for long. That don't make no sense. I cannot live like that, right? Nobody said you got to live like that forever. You start out like that. You start out with everything being uncomfortable. But at the same time, while you pooping in that bucket, checking your solar panels and catching rainwater, at the same time you doing that, because it takes work, at the same time you doing that, normally you shelling out over $10,000 for bills every month in your old life. That's the part people don't remember. In your old life, you shelling out over $10,000 a month for bills, right? Mortgage, insurance for 2 or 3 cars, insurance for your motorcycle, insurance for your lake insurance, flood insurance. You're shelling out money hand over fist in this life we live now, right? Lights, gas, water, utilities. You shelling out at least 10 stacks every single month. So what if I told you, even if you only make $30,000 a year, you still coming out paying that much money? That's why we all be in the rears. We be in debt, because you can't pay $120,000 when you only make $40,000 a year. So you getting in all kind of different programs to help you pay your utilities, help you pay your rent, help you pay your mortgage. So we always behind the gun, broke as hell. And there is no end in sight. There is never no end in sight. So you get depressed, you end up doing something stupid, you cheating on your wife, cheating on your husband, because all this depression and nonsense going on in your life. You're like, what difference do it make anyway? I'm screwed, I might as well just be screwed. You start making stupid decisions when you under that kind of stress and under that kind of pressure. You start making real stupid decisions. So that's right, Eco. This is how you break that cycle. Get rid of all this crap. You're going to be uncomfortable for a little while. But remember one thing. While you pooping in that bucket, while you ain't got no lights today and you had to use candles because it's been cloudy for the last 2 days, and while you drinking and purifying rainwater, you just saved $10,000. So you got $10,000 cash money that will usually be going on all these bills that you don't own anything, that you can actually take that $10,000 and put under your mattress. Or go hide it on your land somewhere. Guess what? Next month, that's going to be another 10 stacks you can put away, because your money ain't going nowhere. Your money ain't leaking all day. Your money ain't leaking. You're literally bleeding profusely of money every day. You're hemorrhaging cash flow every day. Your money is not making money for you right now. Your money is just going out. Nothing is really coming in. You know, that's a heart attack if you think about it. Realistically, what's the word I'm looking for? Physically and metaphorically, that's a heart attack. You got more going out than coming in, right? We're going to call that cash flow blood. You got more going out than coming in. It's starting to clot up. You got more going out than you got coming in. That's a heart attack. All day. That's the circle that we're running right now. We're running in a circle like a dog. I was talking to Eco Neighbor earlier, and we're on a hamster wheel. And only difference about this hamster wheel, the hamster can jump off because there's an opening on the side, right? There is no opening on our hamster wheel. You can't do nothing but keep running until you end up stanking on that hamster wheel. That's all we got. Now, how do you get out of the rat race? How do you retire early? You have to give up all of these worldly possessions. You have to. You have to start planting your own food, whether you want to or not. You have to stop indulging on certain things that you like to indulge in. I like to get my nails done from time to time. You gotta stop that. I like to get my hair did from time to time. You gotta stop that. Thank you, All Things Acre. Thank you. You got to stop everything. Fellas, I like to go to the barbershop. You got to stop that. Look, I just started going bald right here, right? You want to know how I knew I was going bald? My daughter kissed me on the head and it was cold. I've been cutting my hair low for the last 20 years like this, bald. I didn't even know I was actually really bald because I'm not going to the barber shop. I'm not going to my homie to tighten me up. I'm saving my money. I'm saving my money. And then people wonder, how did you come up? Because if you go to the barbershop, and back when I used to go, I never been to the barbershop to get my hair cut like that. But I've been with my friends and stuff. That was used to be $13. I think I was in high school and that was $13. But man, $13 every single week for how many weeks is a year? 52 weeks? Man, you better do some math on that. That's over $500 a year for stuff that you could do. How does your wife cut her hair? She don't. I do. I cut my wife's hair. I've even put out videos of me cutting my wife's hair. When my wife want to cut her split ends, here's her barber right here. Here's her cosmetologist right here. I take my scissors, because I used to do a little barbering. I cut my wife's hair. I trim my own wife's hair up. Guess how much I just saved my wife? She go to the salon, she gonna pay anywhere from about $50 just to have that done. Who wash her hair? Her. When she can't see in the back, she said, "Come here, baby." And I do it. That's my wife. That's not my girlfriend. That's the other thing of today's couples. We're getting confused. This is your wife. Go help your wife. Save you some money. Okay? No, man. No. This is how we do it for real, for real. If you don't have a soldier with you to go in the trenches with you during this dark time of saving money so y'all can transition into 100% debt free, now you got a problem. But I'm going to tell you right now, I got me a soldier. My soldier, my wife is down for the crown. She know when it's time to go in the trenches. She know I'm serious. I ain't smiling. I ain't joking. She like, I'm with you. It might sound crazy, but I'm with you. Because she know I'm not going to do nothing to bring her harm, bring my children harm, but I know how to better our lives. And sometimes you got to make it look real dirty. It got to get real nasty before it gets sweet. Selling off everything you own. Yep, stuff you love. You love your car. I love my Jeep. I love my Jeep. I had that Jeep since it was brand new, paid off, cash money. That's my Jeep. I love it. Always wanted one. Now I finally got me one. Paid it off, everything. Jeeps don't depreciate very much. But I tell you this, the first mug that hit me with 12 grand for my Jeep is history. History. The only reason I picked my Jeep over my white Tahoe is because I know my Tahoe won't give me the same return as my Jeep. I would prefer to keep my Jeep. But then that's my pride, see? I want everybody to see me in my Jeep. I can buy another Jeep. When I'm debt free, I can buy another Jeep. Cash. That's the part we don't think about. Right now, the crap that you have that you could sell to make a profit, to buy yourself out of debt, to buy you some land, to buy you a structure and a dwelling, the money that you're saving every single month, all of that cash, what did you miss? Oh, my Jeep. Go buy me another Jeep. You can go buy you another Jeep in about 4 months. Cash. No payments. Cash. Right? Once you debt free, you can go and get anything you want. Cash. You only have to use your credit to play with the credit. When I say play with it, it's a game. You use your credit to build you more credit, to build you more credit, to build you more credit. So you can make power moves to buy more land, more land. So that's how it works. But we can't make no moves until you ready to get out and sell all that crap. We got so much junk, so much junk. Right now, you don't got to answer this. How many freaking TVs you got in your house? What I was saying earlier about how much junk we buy. How many TVs do you own in your house? It's ridiculous. I know everybody in this house got at least two, right? At least two. At least two. You might have one in your bedroom so you could be private, you could watch it by yourself, and the kids ain't got to bother you, and there's one out in the living room somewhere. A lot of people got about four. What you need with all them TVs, and it ain't doing nothing but shoveling more things to distract you from doing the right thing. That's all that's doing. That's just keeping you distracted from doing what you're supposed to do. See, somebody said 5, see? 6. It's the truth. I mean, don't be ashamed of it. It is what it is. I got 1. I got about 4. Don't even watch them. I got 4 television sets. The TV right here in my living room ain't been cut on in about 2 years. I got that for company. It never comes because I don't want them here. So I got a television just sitting there. Now you tell me, how ridiculous is that? We got all of these television sets, right? Every time a new phone come out, you buy the latest edition of your phone just because it came in a new color. It ain't doing nothing no better than the last damn phone. Oh, now they got a Zenith Red. You go out and get that phone. Oh, they say this camera. I'm about to burn on some of these phones. I ain't gonna say no names of them, but I'm gonna burn on them. They say it has the ultraviolet super ray in the cameras. You'll never use that. They say this one takes the red out the eyes. You'll never even learn how to use that. They say this one takes panoramic video and pictures. You'll never use that crap. My phone has the damn panoramic picture taking thing. I have never used it. My last phone had the panoramic thing, right? I had that phone for like 3 years, 4 years, never used it. But that don't stop us from buying a new $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 phone. Ooh, this one got the new, oh, that's gonna help me on YouTube is what everybody say. It's gonna help you do nothing but be in debt. That's what that help you do. So this is it. This is it. You want to retire early, you got to get rid of all this crap out of your life. You got to get rid of this, and you got to make yourself uncomfortable. You got to go and find you a little plot of land. It does not have to be 10 acres. It does not have to be 20 acres. It does not have to be 40 acres. You can go and live on 1 acre. This land that I'm on right now, see where that light is up there? That's across the creek, over by the lake. So that's just kind of telling you where the end of my land stops. And I'm at the back porch right here, right? I'm at my back porch, and pretty much that light is pretty much the end of my land. Come up about 30 yards, and that's the end of my land. Okay. The rest of my land goes across that creek. I've never even done anything over there Everything y'all see me on this side ain't even a quarter of this acreage. You can do anything on a quarter acre, half an acre. You can do anything. So years ago, I was telling people, how much acreage do you need to homestead? How much acreage do you need to garden? And everybody was tearing me up. Oh, you need 30 acres, you need 40 acres. No, you do damn not. No, you don't. You need about half, a quarter. I done seen miracles be done in a 0.5 of an acre, a normal backyard. I done seen miracles. You don't need that to grow food. You don't. Now, when you start talking about sharing land with family or leaving your inheritance to family, leaving generational wealth to family, now you're talking about, okay, now it's time to start taxing on those acres. That's a whole nother ball game, okay? It's a whole different ball game about why you need so much land. If you're just trying to grow food, no, you do not need acreage to grow food. You do not need acreage to keep chickens. You don't need acreage to grow to raise bees. No, you do not. But when you're talking about leaving something to your children, the children's children, now you're talking about plots and acreage. Okay? You don't need it. You can start with a half an acre, and they got lots all over the place for pennies on a dollar. Go down to your city township. They had that stuff up for auction for taxes. Somebody ain't pay their taxes. And guess what? Somebody didn't pay their taxes on a piece of land, probably because they passed away and ain't left no family members, nothing. The city got control of this this land. They want to just get rid of it. Yes, taxes. Go down to your you got to go down to the city and talk, whoever your municipality building is, go down there and talk to them, and they're going to give you a whole listing throughout your whole city of everywhere that they owe taxes on land, taxes on houses, taxes. Now, mind you, that's not a there's some loopholes in there, because in certain cities and municipalities, even though you purchase a piece of land or a home for the taxes, the back taxes, that homeowner or that landowner still has a certain amount of time. I think it's anywhere from 90 days to a year. Don't quote me. I remember because I was working on that a while back. Anywhere from 90 days to a year to still come and reclaim that land, even after you've purchased it. So it's some loopholes in there that you have to deal with, but you can still go do it. You can still go get your foot in the door, because nine times out of 10, the person that owns the land, they're not gonna show up. And after that 90 days or that year, it's yours, and you probably paid $500 for. You probably paid $500, maybe. Let's be honest, like five grand for maybe 2 acres or something, you know, or a house. It just happens that way. Okay. I had a friend when I lived in Ohio. His all he did was go to the county and buy old houses for the tax money. He was buying them for $1,200. He tried to sell me a house for $500, and it was free and clear. It was his, and I was just like, it ain't. It wasn't the house. It was him. I do no business with him. But true business. Man had money to this very day. He still do it. He still got money. He did that in Ohio. So, true story, this is how it worked. If you do not have to wait till you 65 to retire. Everybody saw me retire myself off of my job. Well, it's going on 2 years now. 2 years? Yeah, it's going on 2 years now, right? What everybody don't see is my wife. She ain't running to the school system no more. Why does everyone like South Carolina? I don't know. I've never heard that. Uh, So it really don't matter. If you're willing to put in the hard work it take to get you out of the rat race, it's easy to do. You're just not going to be comfortable doing it. Okay. You're just not going to be comfortable doing it. So now me and my wife, I can spend my every day with my wife. Well, I wake up. We don't have alarm clocks unless we got to do something important no more. No more alarms. I can wake up naturally with the sun. I can wake up naturally with the smell of the air outside. I can you know how much more rested. Everybody say, "Led, you always smiling. You always happy. You always this." Let me tell you something. When you don't have to wake up until you feel like waking up, and you still young. So when I get out the bed, my back ain't hurting, my knees ain't hurting. I don't have to pop a handful of medication to keep me alive and keep me limber and loose. When you can just get out your damn bed and know I don't have to be told what to do by nobody but Jesus. The only boss I got right now is the Father. That's why I'm always smiling. And now I'm going to take this to the other level. I'm about to take this to a level where I don't got to worry about another. Have to, every cent I make go in my pocket and stay there. Everybody said Led always showing us these solar power generators. I don't know why nobody need that many solar power generators. That don't make no sense. That's just dumb and greedy and stingy. Is it though? If you don't know another man's plan, shh. If you don't know another man's plan, shh, before you pass judgment, shh. Because the reason I do that, because they gonna power my empire. Before you pass judgment on another man, because you passing false judgment, ain't you? If you don't know what they doing, but you got your whole head made up, what he need all that for? Why he did? Shh, you don't know. Don't know. So right there, see, you don't know what's going on in another man's mind. You don't know what's going on in another man's plan book. Anybody see a Waterboy? Waterboy? If you ever seen Waterboy, you know what that whole movie was really about? It wasn't about Waterboy. It was about that playbook. That playbook. The movie Waterboy with Adam Sandler was not about Waterboy. That movie was about that playbook. That playbook was everything. That was what the whole movie was centered around. Nobody had to be in their situations if it wasn't for that playbook. The whole thing was what was in the playbook. What was in the playbook was flawless. Every plan, if initiated properly, was almost a 100% domination of the field. That playbook is the only reason the other team kept winning, but couldn't get the Mud Dogs to go to the game. The Mud Dog couldn't get the Mud Dog couldn't get to the playoff because they didn't have a playbook no more. It's that playbook. So you can't look at another man's playbook and think you know what's going. You don't know. You don't know what's in his playbook, right? I've had people try to see what's in my playbook. You can't see. You can't see me, man. What the girls say? What the girls say? What she say? Can't see me, right? Can't see me. Coach Klein, yeah, Coach Klein. You don't know, man. Everybody is out here. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. When I was in school, when I was in, I'm gonna say middle school, grade school, whatever it was, me and my friends was always cutting up. Me and my friends was always cutting up. Okay, Here's the funny thing that I didn't know, that I had to find out the hard way. Okay, after the test, me and my friends always cutting up during class, cutting up during class. But for some kind of reason, my friends kept passing every exam, every test, right? Me, I kept flunking. I'm flunking the test. I'm flunking this exam. And I kept thinking to myself, and I'm telling you a real true life story, in my real life, true story. I'm going home and get a whooping, but my friends is going out for ice cream. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Wait, we was all cracking jokes. We was all playing pencils. Remember pencils? We was all sitting on the bus playing pencils. We was all cracking jokes. We was all passing gas. We was all trying to holler at the girls. How are they passing the test? And I'm failing. See, stick with me, because nothing has changed even though I'm an adult. But now I know how to play the game. Everybody know pencils, right? Or paper football. Paper football. Kick a field goal, you gotta be like, hurry up, dude. Hurry up. Dang. You know that, right? I'm failing. Wanna know what the trick was? Because even though we're cutting up in class, we're both getting in trouble in class. Once we're apart, my friends were doing their work. Instead of sitting at the lunch table and continuing to cut up, he was doing his homework. So he didn't have to go home and do his homework. Listen to me close. So after school, we out there about to play football. I'm going to play football because I'm not doing my homework. Come to find out, my friend could play football too because he had already done his homework. That's why I didn't see him much at the lunch table, because he would go to the library and do his damn homework. He kept sneaking time, right? He kept stealing time to do the right thing. So he's like, my friends was like, we cut up, but dude, no, I ain't getting no whooping. You get a whooping by yourself. That taught me a valuable lesson. I'm telling you the God honest truth. This is my real life that happened to me. I had to find out. Cutting up from time to time, it's really nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. But it's a time and a place. The more you cut up, the more extra work that you have to do. You have to make that time up. That's what my friend was doing. I wasn't doing that. I was just cutting up all day in the lunchroom, in the classroom, after school, not doing homework, come back to the same classroom, and then, now you're going to get put out the class because she said, if you ain't got your homework, get out the room. I know where I'm going. Funny thing is, every time it's time for me to get put out the room because I didn't have my homework, I look at my homeboy, and he do this. And I be like, he be like this. This fool did his homework. And all I could think while I'm sitting in the hallway, ready to get a paddle, yes, that used to be a thing, young people that don't understand what that is anymore. I'm waiting in the hallway, waiting for the teacher to come out and give me my 3 licks, my 3 swats, and call my mama. I'm like, how the hell did Kamani when did he do it? When did he have time to do his homework? So I'm thinking he cheated off somebody. He ain't cheated off nobody. He ain't that smart. He's so stupid. Now, listen, I'm going to clean that up in a minute. He's so stupid, he would mess up cheating on off of somebody else's paper. He's the kind of stupid that would write all of the answers down, but in the wrong order. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to clean that up. But he was so smart that he didn't have to damn cheat off nobody else because he did his own damn homework. While I'm standing there looking like the fool. So what I learned out of that lesson during my childhood, I learned that this is going to take me through my adulthood. Y'all see me cut up all the time. Matter of fact, That's all you get a chance to do is see when I'm cutting up on this thing. You don't get to see the business side of me. You don't get to see me sneak off to the library and do my homework on life. You don't get a chance to see that. You only see me cutting up. So a lot of y'all cut up because you think that's all I do, right? I'm Kamani now. I'm my friend Kamani, and you cutting up because you see me cutting up, but you don't realize behind the scenes, it ain't nothing but business going on. So when you see me pull off one of these capers, like, how did he do this? You're scratching your head like I used to scratch my head at my friend. Because all you think I do is cut up. But behind the scenes, I'm on my thing, man. Liquidate. Get rid of that. Sell that off. We don't need that. Bring that in. That's going to make me money. Invest in that. Flip it. Turn this. Do that. Get rid of that. Everybody like, remember, it was the time y'all kept seeing me have a new car in the driveway. Y'all kept seeing me have a new car in the driveway. Remember in the last 4 years, everybody kept seeing me have a new car in the driveway, a new mini bike, a new motorcycle. Where did that stuff go? I know y'all seen it because I would always take videos on it, pictures. Nobody ever asked, where did that stuff go? How many people remember seeing all these different freaking vehicles in the background of my videos? Mini bikes, motorcycles, different kind of freaking cars I'm driving, different trucks. What truck is he in now? Those are investments. Those are investments. You might see me own this stuff because I pay rock bottom price for it. And I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to fix it up. And I'm going to put a couple of parts on it and I'm going to flip that and make myself a smooth $1,000. So we can work on purchasing our land. Our playbook been in the making for a long time. I told y'all about the Mud Dog playbook. I told you about that with Coach Klein. I told you. Nothing has changed from my childhood of me learning that lesson after a bunch of paddlings, a bunch of whoopings when you get home, a bunch of punishments, grounded, no allowance, a bunch of that. After a while, you start being like, I got to do this a different kind of way. Because whoopings hurt, paddles hurt, and I can't go out and see my friends. Ain't nothing changed since I've been older. The game hasn't changed. That same childish stuff has not changed. It's a time to play, a time to cut up, a time to have fun, it's a time to grind. Period. The more you play around, you have to make that time up. You have to make that time up. You can't say, I'm going to just use this little bit of time to play, and then the rest is going to be grind. Nope. The time that you play, the time that you vacation, the time that you relax, that time has to be made up. If you do it that way, you're going to always end up better. If you got to take time for a vacation, and everybody should take time for themselves. Don't get me twisted. Everybody should take time for themselves. But at the same time, don't say, I cut out this time so I can relax. Nope. You scheduled this time so you can relax. But what I do, I schedule this time for relax, vacation, birthdays, holidays, whatever. But in my head, I'm like, I got to make that time up, though. I got to work double hard next week when I get back. We went to the Soil Family Expo, and I know I was in the middle of a business situation. I gotta get back, and I gotta grind it. I gotta grind my gears hard, because the time I took to go, I need to make that time up, even though that was a time to relax. So I'm telling you right now, you can retire early, and it's easier than you think. You just gotta get rid of all that junk. Get rid of all of that crap that you got just sitting around collecting dust, right? You just got to get rid of that stuff, man. We don't need this much stuff. And I'm about to go to bare minimum on everything. I don't need this many shoes. I need a pair of shoes to dress up in, and I need a good pair of boots. I don't need maybe some Crocs. I don't need a whole bunch of damn shoes, man. And I'm a shoe head myself. I got a bunch of kind of shoes. Gotta go. Gotta stop that. Mindless spending was what we do. I'm gonna get out of this thing because that bucket tearing my cheeks apart, son. that bucket is, whew, it's not forgiving. So you can retire yourself. We live in proof. We ain't doing nothing that you can't do. We're not doing nothing that you can't do. Only thing is, that new car, you can hang that up. That new truck, you might have to go under there and do your own damn oil change. Then here's the other thing too. Somebody just said it. Soil sister, my sister, thank you for that. You just said it. Simple country living. I know it's not for everybody. Okay? How much did you save up to retire early? That's neither here nor there. That's your situation. What do you need to save up to make moves? I could have saved 50,000. That might not be enough for you. You might need to save more. You might need to save less. It ain't about no numbers. It's about discipline. See, that's the problem. We think it's some kind of golden key to the game. It's not. It's discipline. Can you even stop eating restaurant food? Can you stop going to the restaurant? Can you stop going to the movies, not the drive-in, but the theater? Can you stop going to the mall? Here's another one. Every holiday, everybody rush out and go get a $2,000 or $3,000 worth of food. Every holiday. For everybody to come to your house, ain't chipped in, and waste all that damn food. They start feeding their babies food that a grown man supposed to eat. You ain't gonna give no 3-year-old no turkey, dressing, gravy, giblets, ham, macaroni and cheese, cornbread. It's 3 years old. Give that baby some Cheerios. I don't care what holiday it is. You think that kid gonna eat that crap? They gonna have that all over them like a damn face mask. Give that kid some damn Fruit Loops and leave him alone, and some milk. Or give a kid some Fruit Loops and no milk. Try that. They like that better. We rush out and go grab at certain holidays, depending on whether you celebrate them or not. You rush out and you go buy everybody. You go broke trying to make somebody else happy by running out and buying them presents that they don't even damn want. You can't deny it. It's people in the stores. It's people in the stores every year, in the stores, going broke, pulling out credit cards, going in debt to make a bunch of people, ungrateful people, happy. You will buy. This how much junk people got. This how much junk people got. I'm gonna come back over here. I got an idea for this bucket. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Double my pleasure on these cheeks, son. This is how ungrateful people are. Or this is how much junk people have. This is how much junk people have. That you literally go out every holiday season and you got to ask yourself or ask somebody else in the family this. Do your brother got one of these? think I seen him with one of these. I think this would be nice for him. You buy so much junk in your life and so much junk for your family, you don't even realize you bought this for your son 2 years ago. He still got it and still ain't used it. You bought the same sweater. You bought these same weird socks that he'll never wear. You bought him this same doggone cologne that he thinks stink, but he don't want to hurt your feelings. You buy him the same crap every year just to say, I bought you something. It don't mean, it has no meaning to it whatsoever. You just know it's your birthday or it's this holiday, and the tradition is I have to buy you something or I'll be ridiculed. Cut it. Cut that crap out. We went days here where, like, look, this is what you getting for your birthday. Keep your money this month. The little money you was paying me to stay here, go on, hang on to it. Huh? Don't pay. My oldest boy, you ain't got to pay your rent. My oldest daughter, you ain't got to pay your rent this month. Keep it. Happy birthday. Man, all that running out, doing all that nonsense, man, buying people a bunch of bull, man, buy a card. I love you. Love, Dad. The same way they're gonna react to that card, they're gonna react to some garbage that they didn't want in the first place. They're gonna react the same way. The same way you wrote, Dad loves you, you my baby. Love Dad forever. The way they open that and read that and how they respond is the same way if you went and bought them some stuffed animals and gave them $50. They ain't gonna care. That don't mean nothing to nobody. Keep that money. Guess what? This is what I have. I'm able to now, all those holiday cards, I love you, birthday cards, Daddy love you, no money in them cards, nothing. You know what I can do now? I can say this to my oldest son, you get an acre on the West End. My oldest daughter, you get an acre on the East End. To my baby boy, you get an acre on the South End. That plot is yours, that plot is yours, and that plot is yours. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and all that other mess for the rest of your life. Instead of buying them some senseless junk that they will never cherish or end up losing, I'm able to give my children something that they'll have for eternity. Land. Keep on buying them birthday presents and cakes and bull crap like you. For what? Acknowledge their day. I love you. Here's a muffin. Go on, jam. We got a drawer. I cannot make this up. God is my witness. I'll go in there and grab it right now if you don't believe me. I got a whole drawer full of candles in there that came with us from Ohio for birthdays. You know how when it's time to make a cake, we'll bake that cake ourselves. Don't go out and buy no damn cake. Bake that cake. Go in the candle drawer. I can't make this up. Don't make me go get that bag. Don't make me go get that bag. I got a bag full of candles with all the numbers in there. All the numbers. And when they be like, blow it out, that's your wish. All right, give me that candle. This is me. Give me that candle. Give me that candle. I don't think we got no more sevens. Didn't we break the 7 last year? Yeah, the baby was playing with it. He bit the 7. Give me this new 7. Keep them candles, and we use them every single year. I know it sounds cheesy and cheap. What the hell? A pack of candles with the number on it, or them little stick ones costing you $4 and $5 a piece now. If you got about 10 birthdays that year, add it up. Don't make me go get that bag of candles, son. I hurt your feelings and let you see I'm gangster as they come when it comes to this. Look, this is serious. I don't want to hear. You know how many people said, my wish might, my daughter, Daddy, my wish might not come true because this somebody else candle wish. They burnt this, they burnt this 9 down to now. It almost looked like a 4. Boy, girl, blow that candle out. Make a wish, blow that candle out. We didn't let that, because the baby couldn't blow the candle out when he turned 9. He had asthma. So he couldn't blow the candle out. So he kept on blowing and blowing it. The little candle wouldn't go out. So the top of the 9 that was burning, it almost melted through. So now the 9 got like a field goal to the top. So it almost looked like a 4 with a little hook on the bottom. It don't make no difference. We all know it's a 9 in real life. You know, the baby got asthma. He couldn't blow the candle out now. You don't leave your cousin alone. When it's time to grind, it's time to grind. And the only people, you're going to have people making fun of you. You're going to have people making fun of you. But you know when people ain't going to make fun of you? When they drive down your doggone driveway that's damn near a 1/4 mile long. No neighbors, no nothing. They think they lost. Your driveway, when you got a driveway so long where if I tell you how to get to my house and you coming down the driveway and you think you lost, like, I think we made a wrong turn. This is just going into the woods. It ain't nowhere to turn around at either. And then it opens up into paradise. Ain't nobody laughing no more. Ain't nobody laughing no more when they see, your chickens is out there free ranging. Ain't nobody around. Ain't no loud music. Nothing. You just in the middle of your own paradise. And here's the best part. It's all paid for. It's all yours. You don't owe nobody nothing. You pay your little punk taxes on it. No more mortgage. No more light bill. No more water bill. No more heating bill. Ain't nobody laughing no more. And they ask you, how did you do this? How you pull this off? Remember them candles? Remember them candles? Okay. Remember them candles? Ain't gotta work no more, man. Ain't gotta work no more. The reason we named it Freedom Acres is because it's the start of our journey to freedom. For real, for real. Smell incense. It's our journey to freedom for real. I know a lot of people talk about it, but I don't think you really know what it is. That feeling of not owing anybody anything. That feeling of the only thing you get in the mail is sign up now for this credit card, or you can apply for a $75,000 loan. AARP now that I'm turning 50. AARP been at me, boy, like one of them sideline credit cards. They really want me to get that golden omelet card or whatever it's called. They really want me to get that free breakfast. That is freedom. When hearing the mail truck come to your house, don't make your heart go pitter patter. Every time the mail truck come to your house, like, oh, you know what's in there. The light bill, the gas bill, the water bill, the rent, the mortgage. Every time you see the mailman, you know it's something in there that you don't want. Seeing the mailman, you get mad I was a mailman. You get mad at the mailman because you mad at your own life. I don't know why you got to slam the damn mailbox door every time you put the rent check in there. Mr. Mailman, don't slam my door no more. Man, I didn't slam your door. It only seemed like I slammed the door every time your rent is due. It only seemed like I slam your door and you yell at me when your child support is due. Don't blame that on me. Don't blame the messenger. True story. You can retire yourself if you put your work into it. Don't nobody, don't nobody want to deal with that stuff. Don't nobody want to live like this so they can live better in a couple of years. Imagine this. I'm not going to ask you how much you make in a year. I'm just going to pick out an average number, okay? The average, I'm just going to say a $30,000, right? $30,000 a year. If you make $30,000 a year, you can pretty much tabulate how much money goes into just eating, okay? Stick with me. You can imagine how much money goes into just eating, keeping yourself fed, keeping your family fed, right? So out of $30,000 a year that you make on your job, let's just say $10,000 is food. I know that's a lot. Just stick with me. Imagine you start growing your own food. Two things gonna happen. You ain't gonna get no more medical bills because you eating better. So your health is improving. And every time you get injured, this stuff is helping you heal faster, right? So not only that, no medical bills, you're healing faster, you don't have to go to the ER, you're not as sick all the time, and then turn around, you're paying for your own food right here. So you just sat there and gave yourself a raise. So you went from $30,000 to damn near $40,000 a year by growing your own food. Ask me how I know. Okay, stick with me. So we're gonna add that into the picture. You're growing your own food now, right? You just added $10,000. You gave yourself a raise. You didn't have to go to your boss and say, "Dear boss, can I please have a raise? I've been working here for..." You ain't got to do that. So you take that money and you put it to the side, right? You making $30,000 a year. $30,000 in a year. Imagine what you would do with $30,000 if you didn't owe it to nobody. So let's say this. What is $30,000 a year? Let's say for 5 years. What is that? $150,000? Something like that? $150,000. Remember, you growing your own food. You done invested in solar panels. You done been collecting rainwater. So even if you're even tied into the grid, don't mean you have to use it. Just like we do here. Just because you're tied into the grid does not mean you have to use it. You could be using your solar panels, using your solar power generators, growing your own food and saving that money. Your own rainwater, saving your own. I'm gonna do that just for theatrics. Saving your own rainwater. And people don't even realize it's this simple to do, to save that money. You'll turn around. If you own your own land and then put a structure on your land, you will turn around and every year that you make that $30,000, you can even keep your job if you want. Keep your job until you really do something with your infrastructure to your land. Next thing you know, you stack $30,000, $60,000 in 2 years. Now you know you done stacked $90,000 in 3 years. And that goes on and on and on. So now you got enough money. Your infrastructure is built, your land is free and clear, your structure is free and clear. So anything you make now, any kind of way you want to, goes right directly into your pocket. Everything and every piece of work that you put into your land and put into your house and into your structure, you get an immediate return. You do not have to worry about it got to go through the man, and he got to come and pay you a paycheck every week. You only get paid every 2 weeks. You ain't got to worry about that no more. All you got to worry about is making sure you put in your work and you get that instant return, right? So that's it. I'm sorry to bore y'all. I'm just listening. It's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's hard work to get to this point. It's hard work to get to this point. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a payoff. So when you put in this hard work to get debt free and stuff like that, it's hard work, and then boom, there you are, right? But it's also hard work to stay on that doggone hamster wheel. And there is no light at the end of the tunnel for that. The only light that you're going to see at the end of that tunnel is the light. You know, that light. Because you're going to work yourself for somebody else till you die. Until you see the light, Carol Ann. You gonna keep on working yourself till you stay away from the light, Carol Ann. You gonna see that light. And these people now, it ain't even like when I was younger. They want your soul, man. You know, I know everybody always talking about stuff is demonic and stuff now, but ain't it? They don't just want you to work your 8-hour shift no more and go home. They want you there now from 12 to 16 hours a day. And the other job wants your wife there from 12 to 16 hours a day. And then your kids, they want to keep your kids in school all day. Nobody's raising your kids. You in a factory that you can't stand. Your wife in another factory or office that she can't stand. And then somewhere along the line, all of y'all meet up at home just to complain about how miserable your life is. Then you find out that somebody been bullying your son. You've been at work for 16 hours just to find out somebody been bullying your son. You find out that somebody been trying to tamper with your daughter. You ain't even there for that. You're not there so much that your children don't even trust in you enough to tell you those kind of secrets of the horribleness they going through at school. Because you're no different than the rest of these people now. They don't know you. They don't see you. They live with you. That don't mean they know you. You could live with your wife. You could live with your husband. That does not mean that you know them. You live with them. Y'all ain't got no time to talk. Y'all ain't got no time to hash stuff out, converse. How was your day? Nobody can sit around a table no more. How was your day? What happened to you at school today? How was your day? What happened to you at work today? Why is your shirt? You went to school in a blue shirt. Now, I bet you 100,000 times you don't know what color clothes your kids leave the school with because you are already at work. You told your kid, I want you to wear that red shirt, wear them blue jeans. Don't wear them good shoes. I ain't lying to you. Don't wear them good shoes because you know we got that thing coming up. Leave them good shoes alone. Wear your play shoes. You will say that. And you will help your kids set their clothes out for school. You don't know what your kids wore to school because you left for work 2 hours before they woke up. What kind of family is that after a while? You know, that's not a family. These corporations they want more than your body. They want more than blood now, because it went from blood, then it went to they want your body. Now they want your whole soul, man. They don't want just your whole soul. They want the soul of your family. They do not want. Answer me this, riddle me this. What kind of okay company or corporation thinks it's a good idea to take a man out of his home, away from his family, all freaking day? What corporation or what company think it's a good idea for a mother to be away from her children all day, all night, 8 to 12 to 16 hours a day? When did that start happening? Because I know back in 1950, 1960, that did not exist. When did that become a good idea? Mind you, with all the automations, we were supposed to make it so even dad didn't have to go to work no more. Remember that? Back in the 50s and the 60s, those commercials, they made it so with all this new automation, we're making it so mom and dad can stay home and spend more time with the family. What happened? Because with all the automation that actually really did happen, not only did dad work longer, now mom got to work. So if mom is at work 16 hours a day, dad is at work 16 hours a day, and the kids somewhere getting raised by themselves by MTV and BET and PlayStation, what the hell you think gonna happen? Your wife gonna have a what they call a work boyfriend, a work husband. The husband gonna have a work wife, and the kids is like the Lord of the damn Flies. They being raised by themselves. So they getting pregnant, they having relationships, they having lives and soap opera crap between children. They don't even know. The husband divorces the wife divorces the husband. Everybody go their separate ways. Now the husband got to work even harder than he did to pay child support and alimony to the point he live in a damn refrigerator box. The wife can barely make it because she thinks she was going to get all the alimony and child support, but all the alimony and child support actually goes to the court system. So everybody is screwed. Nobody got money coming in. So now the baby mama, want to make the husband pay more money because she's saying she ain't getting enough money from him, but she don't realize he still is paying the money. That the court system got to get their chunk before you get yours. It ain't that he ain't paying you no more. They upped his rears. So they didn't take they when they upped his rears, they kept him paying the same amount. They took that out of your money, ma'am. So now that you getting $50 less on your child support, the city took that, not him. He live in the refrigerator box. So you mean to tell me this is how we living now and we gonna keep doing this? Running around in this circle? Destroying the family? Destroying the family fiber. There is no families no more, man. I can tell you right now, you wanna know how I know it ain't too many families left? I've been to 4 events in the last 2 years. 4 major events. I've held 2 of them. I had survival camp twice. And then I've been to the Soil Family Expo twice. You want to know the question I keep asking? Where's all the men at? All the women come solo. I had a camp full of people. And I can count, if you look at the pictures, you can count on one hand how many men it was. Where the women took a picture like the soccer team of a college. We had to make the women squeeze in and triple stack themselves to fit all in the picture. But the men, now us all was big men, we all spread out like this. We still didn't fill up the picture. That's right, Dubs. The men was at work. The ladies had been retired or single, but the thing was, man, where's all the men at? Ain't no family, ain't too many family units no more. And even if some of those women were married, we've gotten to a point where we don't even want to spend time together no more. Like, are you going to the thing? I'm cool on that. We don't even, I don't want to go to everything my wife, has to go to. They had a women's retreat. They had a women's retreat I think it was last October. I went to that. You want to know why I went to the women's retreat? I'm there to support my wife. Whatever she need me to do, I'm right there. That's why. I'm not going to let everything just be solo dolo all the time. We got enough of that. I want everybody to know, man, we're a unit. We're a team here. So they will see, and a lot of people saw me running up and down and all around that hotel room and through that conference room. I stayed at a women's conference, but they know, ain't that your husband? Ain't that lit? Yep. I'm up in the hotel room watching cable, just scaring the hell out of me because I don't have cable and I ain't seen it in a long time. So the commercials is pretty scary. You can retire yourself, and I'm telling you this is how we fix the family unit. We fix the family unit by making time for ourselves. Plant your own garden. Grow your own food. That's giving you a raise. With the food that's growing right here in these few buckets. With the food that's growing in just these few buckets right here, right? That's giving me a pay raise. With that pay raise, you don't have to take out your overtime at work because the money that you need the pay raise for is to feed your family. You gotta use your head. It's other ways to pay yourself, but you gotta use your head. Nobody's gonna think for you. You gotta use your freaking head, right? You have to, man. Things is too desperate now for us to keep doing the same. Look, it's been happening now for the last 2 generations. The same thing. No man in the home. The woman got to work, and the kids is raising themselves. We're going on the 3rd generation of that bullshit. It's getting worse and worse and worse for the family unit. Think about it. We're about on that good 3rd generation now of no man in the house. The woman got to work full time and put herself through school at the same time. And the kids is being raised by Uncle PlayStation. I'm sorry. Uncle Xbox. Uncle Xbox is raising the children. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. It's rough, man. It's rough. And the only way we gonna stop this rat race and start being a family again is we gotta make time to have a family. We gotta make time to have a family. Nobody got time. You know what I hear a lot of? This is a true story. This is what I hear a lot of. Why ain't you got children yet? I ain't got time for no children. Why ain't you married? I ain't got no time for to be married. What? Raise your hand if you've heard that. People are literally saying those words that I would like to be in a relationship, but with my career, I don't have time to get a man. Or I don't have time to be in a relationship with my career journey, or I don't have time for children because I'm not done with school yet. Everybody keep hearing that. That you're not, you don't have enough time. But the same people that don't have enough time to make a family or to become a family unit, once they graduate from school, they get that degree, or they finally have time because they got that bonus and that promotion. You got the power, you got the promotion, you got the bonus, but you the loneliest person on the planet. That's what I like to call the King Midas touch. Mankind is blessing everybody with that King Midas touch. You got the money, you got the clout, you got the power, you got the office on the corner, the high rise, you calling all the shots, you got plenty of money in your account, you got the nice car, you got the nice house. Don't mean shit if you do not have love in that house. I don't care what you say. And if you think having money is better than having love, you already sold your soul to the devil, and I don't know why you listening to me no more, no way. If you think having all that bullshit is better than having somebody to roll over on, you heard what I said? You think having money and all that nonsense is better than have somebody roll over on that night in the middle of the night or snuggle up against. You done already sold your soul to the devil. You chose money over love. You chose money and materialistic things over the one thing that God put here for man. He was lonely and he made him a companion by the rib, right? That was a gift. You think money is better than companionship? In that book, they say even Adam had everything. Think Adam had everything. Got all the animals. He got all the orchards. He got all the trees. He got everything. And even God looked down and said, boy, you look sad. What's wrong with you? I'm kind of bored, Dad. Think about it. I'm a little bored. Hey, boy, did you go play with the goats? Yeah, they all right, you know. They don't say too much. Well, did you go check out the antelopes and stuff? Yeah, they kind of weird, Dad. I don't know what that was about, but yeah. Alpacas? Yeah, I don't deal with them. Even God was like, you go in there, get you a nap. I got something for you when you wake up. I got something for you. Even God knew you needed somebody with you. Even God knew that you needed somebody with you. So you mean to tell me you don't have time for companionship and to build a family unit, but you have time to make more money than anybody can take away from you? Anybody can't take your companionship away from you. They got to work hard to get that. They gotta work hard to steal love from you. You don't got to work hard to take your money. All that take is a pistol. That's right. The handy. You want to know something? That's why people can't scratch their own back. You can't scratch your own back because you ain't supposed to. That's why. It's certain stuff you can't do. If he knew you supposed to be by yourself, you would have eyes right here. If if you was supposed to be by yourself, your hands would rotate like an owl head, you know, so you could scratch your own back. Your feet will rotate 360 like owl head. You ain't supposed to be by yourself. It's supposed to be somebody watching your back, scratching your back, hugging you, loving you. That's why. You ain't supposed to be here by yourself. And the only way we gonna start finding that and fixing that is if you make time for family again. This is the only way. The only way you gonna make time for family, we gotta get rid of all this junk. So you can own your own piece of land, own your own spot. Now you got all the time in the world to love somebody. You got all the time in the world to love somebody. And you ain't got no distractions. You ain't got a whole bunch of television sets telling you how to wear your makeup and your hair. You ain't got a whole bunch of television sets telling you what kind of man that you need or what kind of woman is best for you. You look at the television set and you look at that and you say that, that girl sure is fine. You need to get yourself more like this. This woman, woo. You judge your own wife off this woman that don't even exist. Or you judge your man, he got a little gut or whatever, and this dude on the TV all ripped up and stuff. You don't even know. You judge your husband because your husband got a gut, right? You judged him off the dude with the 30-second abs. But you don't even know. And you tell him, I wish you could be more like the 30-second ab man. Look at his chest, his body. He fine. You don't even know the 30-second. You really want him to be like the 30-second ab dude, the 30-second ab dude like other 30-second ab dudes. You judging your whole husband off the 30-second ab dude. You don't know he dating the dude with the 30-second tricep workout. You don't even know that. The Bowflex dude. You don't know they dating. You want your husband to be like him. You don't know. Stop cursing yourself. You know what I mean? You don't got them distractions, man, when you out there on that land and you don't hear nothing. You don't see. Here's another thing, too. You know another way to save your money? I'm going to tell you right here. I stayed 6 straight days out on our land. I stayed 6 straight days out on our land. And our land is like, I'm going to say 15, maybe, yeah, about 15 miles away from anything. Ain't no stores. Ain't no stores. Ain't no restaurants, ain't no Family Dollar, ain't no Walmart, ain't no Kmart, ain't no Target, ain't none of that. Nothing. Nothing. Right? So what that does is force you to figure things out. So me being out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country, this is how I felt. Like, damn, I'm hungry. Damn, it's late. It's late at night. Let me go and grab me something to eat. I ain't ate all day. I've been working on the land all day. Let me go grab me something to eat. And this is what I saw. Pitch black. I just can't jump up and leave. Then, pitch black in the darkness. The nearest city is 15 miles away. I don't even know in that little city is these stores even open. And it's 15 miles away. Ain't no street lights, son. Ain't no street lights. Ain't none. I'm talking about the lights on the road that hang over and the bats be flying around. Ain't none of that. So I'm sitting here, okay, I'm risking my life to go get me a sandwich, right? That's dumb. I'm going to waste 15 miles worth of gas one way. So that's 30 miles of gas wasted to go get a sandwich. The gas costs more than to go to get a burger or a sandwich, right? Now you got to start using your head. What do I got around this RV that I can make? I can't make this up. I have a survival kit on my RV. And it was some Spam. I had some Spam in there and some baked beans. It's about I don't know, 8, 9-ish at night. And I just looked around, pulled out the propane stove, cut that. You would have thought I was in a trap house the way I was cutting up this this spam out the can, right? I pulled the spam out the can. I'm dicing him. Oh, so you would have thought I was Emerald Lagasse the way I was cutting that. Bam, cutting that damn spam log up, and I was stirring them damn beans, man. I called my wife at the house. I said, babe, guess what I did? I just cooked me some spam and beans. She said, okay. Um, and why is you calling me telling me this? Are you okay after eating that? I said, shit. I had to call you because I'm calling you, baby, because I'm telling you, I saved you some when you come out to the land tomorrow. Because I made a meal banging. I was proud. That next morning I woke up, I realized I saved myself about $20, $30 just by staying my ass at home, because I'm not distracted. I can't just jump out all willy-nilly and go through a drive-through and spend my money and get food. I saved about $30, $40. So every night I start realizing I'm not going to go out and get nothing to eat. I'm going to eat everything I got right here. And this damn spam and baked beans was that was a #1 hitter, son. I'm going to do this again. So living in the city, you waste money every day and you don't even know you doing it. Every day you waste money living in the city because everything is at your every whim at every time of day or night. What time? I don't even know what time it is right now, but guess what? I can go out right now. I know there's a Sonic somewhere close to me. They don't close. I can go and get whatever I want to eat at a Sonic. There's a couple of grocery stores here that don't close. I know I can go walk through the grocery store and spend every cent I got in the bank. Ain't even hungry. Don't even really want this. I'm just finding something to do. Knowing I got stuff in my cabinet in here I could just go ahead and cook. When you live in a city, all your distractions is too close. Every way to waste money is too close. So you quick to waste money on crap. How many times you been walking through the store, you have no idea you want this until right now. You didn't even come in the store for this. You came in the store for a loaf of bread, but some kind of way you left out with a whole cart full of bullshit that you don't even have money for. And you get to the register and you be like, this is $200 worth of stuff. $200 don't buy you the same as it used to. No, you didn't need none of it. You needed a loaf of bread anyway, so don't throw that excuse at it. Out there in the country, in the middle of nowhere, your money stay in your pocket because you ain't going out there in darkness looking for ways to waste money. You're not doing it. When you out there on the land in the country, just the darkness alone make you so nervous. Just the darkness alone make you so nervous. It make you rethink like, okay, I think them is eyeballs looking back at me. I'm not. Yeah, just forget it. Everything ain't. See, I got a porch light on right now. That ain't popping off on the land. I'm gonna show you what I got on the land. That freaking moon. That's the moon. And if that moon ain't out, that's it. Flashlight, lantern on the forehead or something. You get real shy when it's dark out. See, here I know I got street lights everywhere. Not out there in the country. I think that's why we need to all come out of these cities and get out of these cities. I'm not saying it necessarily in a biblical way. I'm talking about I think we all need to spread out. I know a lot of people are, oh, it say that in the Bible. Yeah, but I'm talking about I just think we just need to just spread out. Because if this dude house catch on fire, my house gonna catch on fire. In the woods, if that dude house catch on a fire a mile down the road, his house is just on fire. You know? I ain't gotta worry about his mistake burning my house up. I don't gotta worry about what his family doing over there. Here, if this dude over here beats his wife, I'ma get the chance to hear it. Now I gotta interject myself into his situation, because now I gotta be like, dang, should I call the cops? Should I be a snitch? I don't want to be in nobody's business, but damn, it sounds like he killing her, right? Come on, be honest. You now living in the city. Thank you, Green Country. So just keep talking just like this, brother. Everyone needs to hear. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. When you living in the city so close to people, their business is your business, even when you don't want it. Even when you don't want it to be your business. If you hear, shut up, oh, he's steady, and you hear her screaming, ah, stop doing that, Bruce. Every time you hear stuff like that, don't hit me again. I'ma kill ya. I'm sorry, I used the wrong voice. I am not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the stupid voice I just did. But that's the stuff you hear when you live in the city. You could be even far away from these neighbors as I am. You still hear that kind of stuff. And then you got to be like, damn, should I call the police? I don't want to be in nobody's business, but I don't want nobody to be unalive and I didn't say something about it. And maybe if I would have said something, they would still be kind of breathing. You know, when when you live this close to people in these little neighborhoods and these subdivisions, you know, this the kind of stuff that you go through and you deal with listening to other people's life. Get this. I've been talking for over 2 hours. Somebody could be done heard everything I said. And I can't do nothing about that. You can be in your house minding your own business, making sweet love to your wife or your husband. Somebody can hear you. It's just, man, it's just, maybe it's just because I'm getting older than now. That's just not. When you was young, you wanted people to hear you making sweet love, right? You want them to know that you getting down. Now you get older, man, you don't want nobody knowing that, man. You just don't. When you was younger, you wanted people to know that you still got it. When you get older, man, you don't want to hear nobody. You passing gas while you at it and stuff. It ain't none of it's right no more. It's not sexy no more. It ain't sexy no more. It's just some stuff that got to be done. You know, ain't nobody went and took a couple seconds, got to the shower first. Ain't nobody doing all that. Ain't no lingerie. It's just, like what's her name? Adina Howard, t-shirt and no panties on. It ain't going down like that no more with all the expensive lingeries and stuff. Rose petal, rose petals to the bed. Ain't no more of that going on. It's more like, cookie crumbs in the bed. Cookie crumbs in the bed instead of rose petals in the bed. Ain't no more of that. The only reason you got candles lit in the room is because the power got cut off earlier today. That's not for romance or for the beautiful scent of you know, rose petals. No. The candle is burning because either your feet stank or the power cut off. One of the, you know, the dog got wet in the rain and came and laid in there on the floor. Now the floor smelled like old juicy dog. So you lit a candle. But people can hear that now, when you was younger, you wanted the windows open. Open the curtains, girl. Let them see. I don't care. Matter of fact, crank the window open. We had to crank our windows. They used to open up like this. I, I can't make that up. What none of this. It was like, crank the window open. It's hot in here. Crank them all the way open. Don't crank them too far because I can't get them back without going outside and pushing it a little bit. I want the curtains open, the windows open. I don't care who hear me. I don't care who see me. You get older, man, you don't want nobody to see this mess. You don't want nobody to take no witness to this because they will call the cops because this don't look like romance no more. This almost lightweight look like a crime scene. If it looked like you becoming a witness to a crime, ain't nobody looking through your windows in the hotel no more like, ooh, they up there being nasty. Ooh, they up there being nasty. Don't nobody say that to you no more. Once you reach a certain age, once you reach that certain age, you be like, oh my God. Hey, come, look at this. Look at this. Hey, you think we ought to call the police? Is he hurting her? What is he doing? I think we should call somebody. It ain't romantic no more for people to see that. That's when you get that knock on the door. Police, open up. Is everybody okay in there? Doing a welfare check. Had a call for you. They did a welfare check call on you. Man, I'm in here. Man. Whoa. And you open the door with a towel. Why are you all sweaty? Is everything okay in here? Yeah, what you mean why I'm all sweaty? What the hell? Who called the police? Heard there was a domestic disturbance in here. Is everything okay, Mr. Led? Yeah, I'm in here, Yeah. Is the missus around? Man, she indisposed. Can I help you, officer? She come. Is everything okay? Ma'am, are you okay? Yeah, why you ask that? We had witnesses saying someone was in here screaming and being harmed physically. Yeah, I was. I was. Everything is okay here, officer. Now you done messed up the flow. I ain't young like I used to be and be like, girl, now come on, let's go back in here. No, now it's like, man, go make me a bowl of cereal. Go make me a bowl of cereal now. I'm about to sit up and watch the late show. He done messed everything up. He done messed up everything. Go make me a bowl of ice cream. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down here and watch Harlem Nights for the 50th time. In the city, they can see you. They can hear you. I don't want that. I don't want this no more, man. I don't want it to be. You know what else the city do to you? It make you fat. I'm going to blame the city on that one. I'm going to pull my city card on their fatness. You know why? Because everything is so easy to get to. You can go get a honey bun, a ho-ho pie, a ding-dong cake. You can go out and get you whatever kind of crap, chemicalized, artificial food that you can possibly think of in the middle of the night. And you go do it like, you will see a damn commercial. You will see a commercial and say, that done got my mouth all fixed for that. What time is it? How many times you did it? Don't lie. Don't lie. That look good. What time is it? You ask what time it is so you can see is the store still open or which store is open, because that's what you going to get this frozen ice cream Snicker bar. What time is it? That's what you say. In the middle of the night, your ass ain't hungry, you didn't want no food, you just got done eating. A commercial come on with one of them doggone Zaxby's ice creams or something. Got my mouth all fixed. What time is it? Where my keys at? You will go with your bonnet on, your pajamas, and your fuzzy slippers, and go down to the damn Sonic and get an ice cream. You ain't doing that in the country. You ain't doing that when you on some land. You ain't doing that on the land. I don't care what commercial you watch. You ain't leaving to go 20 miles, 15 miles to go get no McFlurry from the Golden Arches. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna churn my own damn ice cream if it's gonna happen. And then you're gonna start thinking, that's a waste of milk, a waste of time, a waste of energy. Man, just forget it. I just have a salad. No, or let me go take my greedy ass to sleep. Cause they got me thinking about gummy bears and juju beans and stuff. Let me go to sleep. Let me just go to sleep. When you out in the country, man, you can't just go to the store. I'm saying my land. I don't know about nobody else's. You ain't just running. Ain't no, I'll be right back. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. When I get to the land, ain't no leaving. The only time I leave the land is when I'm about to come all the way back here. Ain't, cause once you, this is why. Cause in another 45 minutes, if I go to the store, another 45 minutes, I could be back home. If I'ma leave, I'ma leave. Don't waste your time. Start working on yourself. Start working on your family. Start working on getting the hell out of there. I mean that. Start working on getting out of these cities, and just spreading yourself a little bit thinner. You ain't gotta be this close to folks, man. You don't. It's almost inhumane the way we live now. It's almost inhumane. Your kids in your classroom don't learn nothing. They don't learn nothing because they stupid. Kids in the classroom don't learn nothing because it's about 400 of them little bad mugs in the classroom. One teacher. One teacher and about 400 stinking musty little kids with no home training, trying to learn. And then we start turning around and say, this boy is stupid. This boy or this little girl needs special mental health treatment, or give her this pill because she can't concentrate. Give her this pill because she won't focus, or give her a pill. The little girl or the little boy don't need a pill because they can't focus. The little kid needs space. So all they can do is focus. The little girl can't focus because this little boy over here keep doing like this. And she been looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with this little boy? And every time the teacher calls, Sabrina, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Nothing. And the little boy he over here. And then what do Sabrina do? She start listening to the teacher, but then she look back at little Charlie over here. The teacher can't see Charlie. She can see Sabrina. Sabrina keep looking this way. Next thing you know, the teacher calls the principal and say, I think she needs to go to the special education classroom because she can't focus. Either that or she needs some pills for focusing. She needs some kind of medication to focus. She don't. He over here picking his nose and flicking the boogers at all the other kids, and the teacher can't see Charlie. She can only see Sabrina. Sabrina is making sure that Charlie don't flick a booger on her. But she ends up having to go down to take medication for not focusing. She's grossed out. She's not And she's not mental, she's grossed out. My wife was a school teacher, and she had all these kids in the classroom. She was the only teacher. So not only am I fearing for my wife's life, she got to try to teach about 50 kids. You couldn't even teach 10 kids. We got 3 of our own. You can't teach 3 of them. Let's be for real. As the parent, as the person, you're the parent that you could actually put palms legally on these kids that belong to you. You can't teach 3 of them. If you ain't chasing after one of them, you trying to discipline the other one, and then the third one you trying to find. This third one been missing for about 3 days. She in the house somewhere, cause she keep leaving a trail of diaper, them little jelly beans in the diaper. They on the carpet. She's around here somewhere, and every blue moon I hear her giggle. So you trying to discipline one, you chasing after the other one, and ain't nobody seen the other one since lunchtime. You can't keep track of 3 kids that belong to you, your own children. Can you imagine trying to teach 50 of them that don't even belong to you? So when you do find it, you can't get them, you know. My wife was trying to teach 50 whole kids with 50 different attitudes, with 50 different families, 50 different backgrounds, and 50 different personalities. And then it's the teacher's fault that the kids didn't learn. No, it ain't. You put these children in this classroom like sardines, and you expect them to learn. That's like putting the sardines in the can and expect the sardines to some kind of way magically taste like roast beef. What? What? You can't jam sardines in a can and they magically start tasting like damn ribeyes. No, they gonna taste like can. They don't even taste like sardines no more, jamming them in the can like that. They taste like can and juice. Jam all these musty ass kids in this classroom. And they supposed to learn something. They ain't gonna learn nothing. All they gonna learn is the same way kids learn jammed in them classrooms like that is the same way prisoners learn how to be better criminals. You jam all these criminals in a prison, this dude might just be in prison just for damn stealing cars. All of a sudden now he know how to kill people. Cause you jammed him in the container full of murderers. He's in here for car theft. He's a car thief. But you put him in a prison full of murderers. Now, all he gonna do in that tightly knit prison is learn how to kill people. What you think gonna happen in a school when you jam all them kids together like that? You gonna have a bunch of little good kids that's in here that just need a little bit of learning. You put them in here with these bad little musty kids, they gonna learn how to be musty. Musty and bad. We got this all backwards. I think we all need to spread out. We all need to work on getting land. We all need to retire ourselves from this system. And I think we all need to be teaching our own children just like we did back in the day. Little House on the Prairie type day. We all need to homeschool our own children. Teach them the truth about history. Teach them the truth. That way, if you at home homeschooling your own kid, not only will they learn history, not only will they learn the truth, they will also, you will cut down on child care because that's an expense. Having people watch your child all day. You don't know what them freaks might end up doing to your child either these days. So instead of you paying a babysitter to watch your child, you can have your child at home, not paying no child care fee, and teaching your own child real knowledge, while your husband could be working the land that y'all own and bringing in these crops of food for y'all to eat every night. Look how I just did that. I just made a whole family like I had Lego blocks. I literally just created a whole family structure. The wife in the house, while she making dinner and getting stuff together, she teaching the children. Nobody's paying child care fee, so that money is staying in the house. Nobody is paying no food fee because the food is being grown outside. Daddy is outside farming and hustling and rustling up the food to bring in for dinner. So he just went out there and harvested a couple of the chickens. He harvested a bunch of doggone collard greens and stuff, brought in the house. So y'all gonna have chicken and collard greens and cornbread tonight for dinner. So the food ain't no McDonald's. That money is staying in the house. And all y'all sitting there by a doggone candle or something that's being run by LED run by solar lights. I just fixed your whole American family in just a couple of sentences. Now everybody actually has time to sit around the table. How was your day? What did you learn today? Dad, did you see any snakes out in the field today like you did yesterday? No, I ain't seen none today, but I think I took care of all of them. Y'all can actually talk. Y'all can actually become a family unit again. You know who your kids are. You know who your kids are becoming because you right there with them. You know you conversing with your wife and you and your wife is conversing with you. So now you and your wife can tell each other what I don't like about you, what I do love about you, what I think you need to fix, what I think you need to lose a little weight, where I think you need to stop doing this or that. So now you can converse with your wife and your husband back and forth and fix your marriage or relationship before it even has a chance to go south. Before y'all relationship even has a chance to go south, y'all every day working on your marriage and your relationship together. Instead of working in a factory for 16 hours, you don't realize she wanted to divorce you 10 years ago. You didn't realize he already had a whole nother wife in Cleveland. You didn't even know. Both of y'all didn't know. You don't even know. But this is the only way to fix all of this. And it's so simple. It's as simple as owning land. Because you know what you here's the thing. Is nothing better than owning your own time. I'm going to say that before I leave. I'm going to end it with that. Nothing better than owning your own time. When I say that, I mean, when I wake up, I own what I feel like doing with my time. I own that. Can't nobody force me to do nothing. Yesterday and the day before that, I was feeling some type of way. And guess what I did? Nothing. Nothing at all. I didn't get reprimanded for it. I didn't get rolled up for it. I didn't get no vacation days taken off for it. I didn't get no personal leave taken for it. I didn't have to go in nobody's office and talk about why I missed 2 days. Nothing. Because I own my own time clock. I own my own time. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. I get a chance to see my son go to school in the morning, tell him to have a good day, remind my son I love him, just in case the way things go these days, you know. And just in case he might even be thinking about doing something crazy, hey, your daddy love you, man. You leave, let your kids leave the house knowing that you're loved, and I want you to come home in one piece to me because I love you and I need you. I can tell him that every morning. I tell my baby boy that every freaking morning, right? He come home from school. I had a conversation with him about his muffler. Your muffler is time to get that fixed. Let's start working on that. Where you going? I gotta work today, Dad. Okay, I see you when you get off. And this, I can see him now when he go to work. He come home, I can greet him, tell him about his muffler, and we'll get that fixed in the morning. I can kiss him good night. Good night, son. Yes, it's my son, my baby boy. I still kiss my son good night. He's still my baby boy. Good night. Have a wonderful night. Daddy love you. I'm there to tell him that. I'm not working third shift in some factory in the basement floor of some oily factory and have to tell him through a cell phone or FaceTime. Owning your own time, man. I'm going to say this. It's a couple of different religions or beliefs, whatever you want to call it, to keep telling people to come out of these cities, right? I'm not gonna name off these different belief systems or different religions because that's not the point here. The point here is I do believe they are right. All of them. They're saying the same thing, that we need to spread out. We need to come out of these cities like this and spread out. I'm saying that. Now that part, I'm 100% in agreement with them because what I've experienced in this short amount of time, staying out in the country somewhere, changes everything. You will lose weight whether you want to or not because you ain't leaving in the middle of the night. You're not going to be too quick to just run out and go grab a sandwich. You're not. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, y'all. Look at that. Seen a spider I didn't want to deal with. You ain't gonna leave. You not gonna just jump up and say, I'm gonna go grab a sandwich real quick. Oh, we forgot the mayonnaise. I'm about to go grab the mayonnaise. I'm about to go get some ketchup. I'm about to go get some mustard. You better substitute it. You better substitute it with something else or screw the mustard, screw the ketchup. Just forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. Don't try to even substitute. Just forget it. Start teaching you a whole bunch of stuff, right? So it's nothing like owning your own time. I'm going to say that and I'm going to let y'all go because I'll talk here all night because I got so much to tell you. I got so much to tell you from the experiences that I've been doing of being out there. You think it's going to take a long time to change your life once you get out of the city and move out on some land? You think your life is going to take a long time for you to get used to stuff? You think it's going to take you a long time to get it change? You change instantly. You literally change day one because you don't hear nothing. And instantly you start trying to figure stuff out. Where am I gonna get water from? How am I gonna get water? What all food we got here? How do I get food? If there's no food, how am I gonna go get food? All of that comes into play. How much gas I got? Do I got enough gas out on the land to run my lawnmower, my tractor, my RV, my truck, my, all that? Ain't no just go around the corner to the gas station no more. Ain't no I'm running to the gas station, go grab some fuel for the lawnmowers and the chainsaws. Ain't no more of that. Now you need to have your own filling station at your house. You gotta have you one of them drums with fuel in it and be ready. Because you just don't know. I see why the people that's living like out in the Ozarks and out on those big properties and they homesteading and they be dirty looking and they all kind of look like they got sour shirts on. You know how your shirt, you done sweat all day and it got hot and heated and your shirt went sour. You will see people living out in the on the homestead, like on the Ozarks and stuff like that, and they be like, you need to come away from the cities and stuff because they might be in one of the religious groups or something, and they telling all the people, y'all need to come out of the cities. I got a whole new respect for them folks. They keep on screaming, get away from people, man. Get away from people. As far as you can get. I'm not saying it to be antisocial. What I'm saying is, in these cities, in these little cities that we keep making, in little subdivisions, all the subdivision is a city inside of a city, where it's making its own weird rules that's helping destroy us one by one. In all these little cities, in your city, y'all got rules, laws, municipalities, right? And they got their own set of bylaws, and they all seem to be hurting each and every family. The rules and the laws are not made to help you anymore. They're made and got loopholes to entrap you, like the cop that sits on the side of the road to catch speeders. Nobody asked you to do that. We didn't ask you to do that. Now, if there's a piece of road where y'all can't control the speed and you got a bunch of speeders, put some speed lumps down there. Tear his whole Hellcat up going over them speed bumps. I don't care if it's on the highway. Everybody will know. Ain't no more speeding down there though. You don't need no cop sitting there targeting people, giving folks $100 tickets because they speed. We didn't ask you to do that. I don't know nobody that said, let's make that a good idea. I just don't, man. It's, these cities is almost like they're making it. Look, when you in here, it's easy to get robbed and jacked. When you in here, it's easy for your neighbor to covet what you got. When you live in these cities, it's easy to be in somebody else's business. When you in these cities, it's easy to overindulge in everything, whether it's food, it's mischief. Everything is easy to sin when you in these cities. Tell me I'm lying when I ain't. It's easy because sin is all around you. Constantly. Constantly. When you get away from people, oh, negative influence is all around you. Negativity, negative influence. When you get away from these people, you start thinking for yourself. That's the other thing. In these cities, you're not living for you. You're living to try to impress the neighbors next door to you. You're living for your neighbors. You're not living for you no more. You're trying to work over and above and beyond and staying at work all day to try to impress your neighbor to prove that you got more money than they got, or you're just as good as they are. When you live out there, the only person you start thinking about, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's a little morbid, but it's the truth. When you out there by yourself, you think about death more. When you out on the land or in the country by yourself, you start thinking about death more, but not in the way you think. I start thinking about death more out on the land by myself, but not in the way you think. I'm gonna tell you why I think about death more. When I'm on the land by myself, I keep thinking about, I wish I would have done this like 30 years ago. I wish I had more time to live free. You know, let's be realistic. When you living in a city, you don't think you gonna die because you're too distracted on your own mortality. You're too distracted to know that eating this will kill you, drinking that will kill you, hanging with them will kill you. You so distracted. Anybody tell you anything? You got a headache? Take this. I feel better. You don't even know it solved your headache, but now your booty hole bleeding or something. You know, under your armpits is bleed. You you so distracted that you didn't even care. You just wanted your headache to go away. You don't think about that you gonna die. You look, you looking at your phone, walking across the street, wham, car hit you. You ain't even thinking. You walk around in the city thinking that you gonna live forever. This is how distracting this is. You walk around the cities thinking you gonna live forever. It's not until you somewhere quiet by yourself alone when you start thinking about your mortality. How much time have you spent on this earth and how much time you may or may not have left until it's quiet. But it's never quiet in the city, so you never really got time to think like, I got work to do. I got to catch up. I've been living a lie. I need to do more. I need to live more. I need to experience more. I need to love more. You you wasted too much time watching television. You wasted too much time watching TV, and you wasted a lot of time and not lived yet. Some people ain't lived yet. They so busy watching TV. But when you out there by yourself on that land, you be thinking like, I sure wish I still had the backbone I used to have about 20 years ago, man. I could knock all this work out. I wish I still had the kneecaps I had 30 years ago, man. I could get all that done. I wish I still was as strong as I was in high school. I could still knock that out. You start thinking about it a lot and how much time you wasted working for somebody else. You work for somebody else most of your life. You still running on the freaking hamster wheel while they're rich. It don't even make no sense. You still working yourself to death while your boss is out playing golf on his yacht, smoking Cuban cigars. But they don't want to give you no pay raise, not even a decent wage. Like you literally, these people don't want to pay their workers because it ain't even no reason no more why they don't want to pay the workers. They got plenty, they got so much money in these corporations that they play with the money. They play with the earnings. They play with it. They gamble with that in the stock market. They don't pay their workers a decent wage just so they can go have fun. It ain't even about trying to build the corporation up bigger and bring in more workers and bring in more employment. No, now they just do it because it's just fun. It's just fun to them. They'll pay you peanuts until you dead. Oh, mind you, and replace you like a roll of toilet paper. If you don't, you've been working there for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, they do not care in these corporations. That's why I don't care about them. I don't care about them as much as they don't care about me. I talk to them the way they talk to me. I don't think one job, just because they pay me a little more money, is better than a job that's paying me minimum wage. You're no better than them if you talk to me like this. If you treat me like this, you're no better than this one. So I can go off and get any other kind of job like this. They will replace your ass like a toilet paper roll if you even so much as rebel a little bit. They don't want you to tell them no in front of the other people. If you tell them no in front of the other people, get rid of this one. They won't miss a beat. They won't miss a beat. Back in the day, everybody had a skill. See, this is why I'm not going to get into college. I'm not going to get into that because everybody got their own feeling about that. Um, you got to have a well. You got to know if you have a well situation going on at your house, Diamond. But these people can't control you if you don't let them. If you own your own stuff, they can't control nothing you do. Nothing. They'll replace you so quick, and they won't lose a minute of sleep. You will, because you trying to figure out what's your next move, where you going to get money from, rent is due. Your mind is going crazy. Then you end up doing something stupid to have you on the news. They don't lose a bit of sleep, not even a wink. So I ask you this. If they reaping all the benefits, let's just barrel this down, then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. If they reaping all the benefits, working your fingers to the bone, or breaking your mind and your spirit anyway, working your finger to the bone, working your mind and spirit to the bone, you can't make ends meet in your life. Even if you living frugally, you live in an honest living, you don't got a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff, you barely making it. It's another word for that. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It's another word for that. If you're just working just to stay alive, I won't be the one to say the word. But if you just working just to stay alive, if all you got a chance to do, if you only got enough money, you don't got enough money to go buy no land, you ain't got enough money to move forward. If all you got enough money for is to stay alive, if they're only paying you a wage just enough to barely stay alive, I think we all been through that before. I'm not gonna say the word. I'll let you think it. So the only way we were able to get free from that situation, you had to run to fight for your freedom. The only way we was able to get away from that, because they didn't want to voluntarily let us go, you had to throw in the towel and say, I'm going for broke. Either I'm gonna die out there trying. I'm not gonna die right here though. I'm tired of this. I can't do this no more. I know I'm gonna die right here. I know I'm gonna die a horrible death here. I don't know what is in store for me out there. If I die out there, it's a 50-50 chance I'm gonna die out there if I run. Might be even greater than that. But see, I don't know what's going to happen to me out there. Who knows? I might just get free. But I know for damn sure it's going to be a horrible, tragic, hard death here if I stay. That's where we are now. I'm going to let you soak on that. That's where we are now. It's no different now than it was back then. It just, it's the same pig, just got on lipstick. Same pig, this one just got on lipstick. No different. It's the same damn situation. You work your fingers to the bone. Guess what? Your kids don't belong to you no more. You can't discipline them. You can't punish them. You can't, none of that. They ain't yours no more. The system can take them away from you and send them off. Your kids don't belong to you no more. They take the strongest male, they take the man and destroy him physically, mentally, and spiritually. They destroy the man of the house and try to put him back into society as a shell of a man. Don't no woman want to be with no shell of a man. They know that. We don't want you to worry about the shell of a man. We want you to depend on us. So every man we see, we're going to destroy him and we're going to embarrass him in front of y'all. So when we send him back to you, you ain't going to want to have nothing to do with him no way. You're going to want to depend on us. That sounds a lot like child support, don't it? Ostracize the man, castrate him, destroy him physically, mentally, and spiritually. And then let him back into society. Torture him in a prison. Let him back out into society and not make it able for him to make way. He can't get no job and now he got a record. He can't do nothing. He's just a ghost walking around. He's just a ghost. Don't nobody want to be dealing with no ghosts. So you got a bunch of ghosts, men, we gonna call ghosts, walking through society, broken. And now she depending on the system. She ain't dependent on the man no more. She depending on the system. That's like her trusting the owner of the farm, I will call him, more than she trusts her own man. Because she know he can't provide for her no more because he's been broken. He has a record. He'll never have a good job. He has marks and scars. He'll never be able to provide for this family. We don't want him. But we know we guaranteed some stamps and we guaranteed some butter and we guaranteed some cheese. We know we're going to get that. He can't guarantee us that. The system can though, right? We've been there before and we back there now. People don't even realize it. And it's a way to get around this. It's a way to get away from this. And it's simple. You gotta stop buying into this stuff, this worldly crap, this garbage, these trinkets, this trash. Go buy you some land and get the hell away from everybody, man. And anybody, family, friend, or foe telling you that you crazy for doing it, get away from them too. Get away from them too. Because even in them days back then, people that was out there picking cotton with everybody else was like, you trying to what? You trying to run? You crazy. You crazy. Don't you better not do that. You stupid if you try to run. Look how many people was telling other people don't run. What if, what if Harriet Tubman would have listened to those people that told her she shouldn't run? What if people like Harriet Tubman would have listened to the people who were saying, you stupid if you try to get out of here. You stupid for trying to escape. She changed the world. She helped change the world. Ain't nothing different now. Now my question to you is you gonna be the one telling people you stupid for trying to run and escape from this? Or is you gonna be the next Harriet Tubman? Is you gonna be the next Harriet Tubman telling people, let's get the hell out of here? Like, come on. Is you gonna do that? Or is you gonna be like, you ain't gonna make it. The last person that tried to make it ended up coming right back here and they got toe up. They almost dead. I had to heal them up for months. Is you gonna be that person, or is you gonna be the one like, what did 50 Cent say? Get rich or die trying. I'm done for the night on that note. 50 Cent, get rich or die trying. And now he's one of the richest people on the planet. 50 Cent, get rich or die trying. Or, as he said on Shawshank Redemption, I either get busy living or get busy dying. Morgan Freeman, either get busy living or get busy dying. You can say it however you want to, 50 Cent or Morgan Freeman. Either way, which one is you about to be? Is you about to be the one telling folks they gonna die if they try, or is you gonna be like, I'm getting the hell out of here? And when I get to freedom, I come back and holler at you. I'm not waiting around here, man. This is all an illusion. If you saw my house, and you saw my land here, right here, in person, you would think, oh man, doing good, man, got a big house, nice car, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You would think, man, this is all an illusion, man. This is all to show other people that you made it. You didn't make it. You still paying on this bullshit. You still get a bill in the mailbox every month about half of this stuff. You ain't made it. The only thing you made is you made other people believe that you made it. This is all an illusion. This is an illusion of success. I said this in the beginning of my video, and I'm going to say it at the end. This is an illusion. You think the man with the money phone, the big stack of money, the gold chain and the teeth and the Mercedes, you think he's the rich one. We look at that guy and we say, he's rich. He ain't the rich one. The dude in the tore up t-shirt that's 100% debt free and owning his own land, he's richer than any entertainer out here. And I'm going to tell you why. The dude with the money phone, the gold chain, the teeth, and the Mercedes, he can get knocked over the head and get a pistol in his ribs and have all that taken away from him and be just as broke as you right now. The man with the ratty shirt and the land, and he got a piece of property and no debt, you can't take that away from him. You can't force him to have debt. You can't force him to put on new clothes. You can't. He's richer than that dude with the money phone because he ain't got a care in the world. He ain't got no debt. He don't owe nobody nothing. And believe that chain that he got on, that's risking his life. This money, that's risking his life. These teeth, that's risking his life. That car, that's risking his life. So he got several different things that he can get killed for. Ain't nobody killing for land these days. Ain't nobody sticking no gun in your ribs talking about, give me all these acres, fool. Ain't nobody doing it. You don't see that. You ain't heard of nothing like that since the old Wild Wild West type stuff. This is our land now, see? We're coming over, we're taking over your cattle. That you don't see movies like that no more because that's not even a thing. Ain't nobody walking down the street and stick no gun to your ribs and say, give me all the makers, fool. Break yourself. Break all the makers. Give me that deed, son. Ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody saying that. That money, they want that. These teeth, they want that. That chain, they want that. Them rings, they want that. That Benz, they want that. Ain't nobody sticking no pistol in your ribs for no land. With that being said, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Please just think about it. I know this is a long video, but I'm only reason it's long is because I'm telling y'all from experience. It can be done. It's not easy, but it can be done. And you can retire way before you're 65. I don't care if you're 27. You can retire if you do it right. If you do it right. It take a little grinding, and it's not popular right now. This, right now, owning land is like getting on the ground level of Microsoft or getting that begin stock, them shares of stock in Amazon. That's what owning land is right now. I'm telling you that this is going to blow up. This is going to be the next big thing, right? Everybody said that about Amazon. Everybody said that about Microsoft. Everybody said that about Google. Everybody said that about Netflix, remember? And nobody listened. Now it's billionaires because they own stocks in Netflix, Google, Microsoft, Amazon. They rich just from listening. I'm telling you right now, owning land is the ground level of getting in on the stock right there before it blow up. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. Right? Everybody have a wonderful night. Live Farmer 73. I love you. And I'm out. I'm about to go up here and lay with my wife and pray don't nobody hear us. If you was here earlier in the video, you know, I don't want to close the curtains, close the window, let it shut, crank the window shut. I don't want nobody to hear us. I don't want nobody to see us, none of that. I don't want the police called on us or nothing. Everybody have a wonderful night. I love y'all here. There from 73. I love you.